Okay, yes. Please, guys, can you guys confirm if you guys can see? If you guys can see me and hear me on other platforms. I can see you guys coming in from other platforms right now. Please just confirm. If you can hear me, if I'm audible, let me know, please. 486 today. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, guys. Welcome. It's good to have you guys back. I've missed you guys. Oh, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I've missed you guys, and for me, it's just you guys. Many of you have reached out to me, asking what happened, Saddam, and it's just been a whole lot of stuff for me. Trying to fix myself. Archie, is that my Dr. Archie or another one? Francis, welcome, bro. Trying to fix myself up and take some break out of the whole stress. Plus, it's summer, summer, and I would say for the past 3 to 4 years now, I've not had time for myself. Based on this stuff, I've not had time to go outside and see the sun. You're back from your hustle, and your next thing you are on top of Nigeria matter. And as I always say, Nigeria matter, no the finish. So but for me, it's important that even while we live, we always remember that there's no place like home. So I just want to thank every one of you and I reached out while I was absent. Via DM, some of you said I've not responded to your messages. Me say I don't want to respond. It's just that sometimes I'll just see my phone and I'm like, Omo, I just want to breathe. I just want to breathe, honestly speaking. I just want to breathe. And I intended staying off probably for the next, probably come back September, maybe or September or October if Jesus Christ have not come back, But pressure from many of our people like now say make we come back. So I felt like, well, when you're called for service, you just have to understand that some things go beyond you yourself. And what we have built here as a platform is a platform whereby many people come in and have found home in this place, have found solace in this place. And it's almost same thing for me too, but we are back. We are back. So let me just cut my whole long sermon. Yeah, but it's good to have you guys back. And one thing I do is that when I leave social media, I try and zone out from social media. I don't go and check what is trending, what's in the news, what's happening. There are many people that have now my platforms that a news is breaking today that sending me DMs. Emir, see this one, see this one. Let's talk about this one. Let's talk about this one. Never. Thank you. I'm back. Actually, Doctor, welcome. It's good to have you here also. Thank you to all of you that have come out. Thank you to every one of you that checked out of me. Neme, I cannot go for 2 days. Neme, I've already entered my DM. I hope everything is okay. Yes, everything is okay. Everything is fine. Man just have to rest. Yeah. Thank you to all of you already tuned in on other platforms. I'm just going to push every one of you to say, please, right now, guys. We are back, and many people. I did not announce. I came back like rapture. I left like rapture, and I came back like rapture. So many people are not aware that we left. Some people are of the illusion that probably my account was suspended. Some have different views, different things, but they don't know that actually I'm back. So please, guys, I will indulge every one of you right now to please share the live. Let's share the live to if you're on TikTok, let's share the live to multiple people as we always do on the platform. If you're on X, it's good. J. Atkins, I see you. Anna Jose, I see you. Grace Chomsey, thank you so much. Please, if you're on X listening to me right now, please retweet that space, retweet the link, repost the link, share the link. Let's get up into the conversation. If you're on the Violence Space group, please copy this link and post it for me there. I don't have power to go to that group right now and post anything. So if you're on our group, on all our platforms, take it to your WhatsApp stories, your Instagram. Just let's get up into the conversation, right? And today I want to do less of the talking, and I want to hear most of people speak today. So please, I want to know what we missed. I think from when we started the show, I took some notes from some things you guys were typing down there, some incidents that occurred in the country from then till now, and from when we left till now. I think the last show we had here was when we talked about the Minister of Power. That was the last day we were here. I saw the topic on my screen when I came up here. We talked about the Minister of Power launching his mansion in Ibadan. It was draining for me, and I'm like, all these things we are doing, all these things we are pushing and everything is just crazy, BBC celebrations, thank you so much. Yes, we are back. But like we never left, So I zoned out and I left social media totally, and I'm like, let me go and rest first. Nigerian problem too much. Let me just go and rest my head. And we are back. So guys, as you all know, let me bring us all back to speed. Whenever we come out here on our platforms, we make sure we do nothing less than 100,000 likes. You guys know what that means. It means everybody power tapping the live as much as possible. We have gone down the ranking. I'm not even looking at the ranking anymore. Please, you guys can look at it. If I see I'm going to give my heart the shake. So I'm not going to be talking about the ranking, but guys, I've gone down the ranking, and it's because of our absence. I understand that. So please, let's all contribute to the live today. Let's share the live multiple times. Share the live multiple times. Like the live, power tap the live. Let's get up into the conversation. Now, if you're on other platforms, on YouTube, please share the live. If you're on X, share the live. I've been promising Facebook that I'll join you guys, but up till now, I've still been failing you guys. Hopefully, we'll see what we can do soon. For God and for country, I've been fine. JT, it's good to have you back. All my favorite people, I see every one of you guys on the platform. Thank you so much. I'm not going to start from what I heard, or what I saw. So we're talking about. Jaja was throwing me shades that I have left Brazil to Japan. So, but I'm not gonna pretend like I don't see the news, because definitely I see news that comes out mostly from Parallel Facts. I'm on their WhatsApp channel, so I see the stories that pop out there every day. I see what is trending. Mommy Anka Dede, I see you. Welcome. So I'm not going to pretend like I don't see or know what's happening across the country, right? I see everything happening, and for me, it's still the old story about Nigeria. Thank you so much, JT. The country is crazy, and we just need to keep talking about it. Please, I would need you guys to bring us up to speed. Bring me up to speed on things what you guys think we should talk about. And also, somebody suggested and asked me that should we change the timing of the live to something earlier, and I'm like, when I'm done for the day, I think I just want to rest for some couple of hours before we continue the live. Thank you so much. So I don't know what you guys think. Should we take the live a little bit lower, probably let's say 7 p.m. Nigerian time, or it's 9? Chingy, please mute your mic, my brother, please. Sorry. Should we take should we make the live go earlier? Let's say 7 p.m. Nigerian time, or is our 9 p.m. ideal for everybody? I want to know that. Please, on the comment section, let me know what time you guys feel is best for us. People wouldn't be available. So, Jaja, our time right now is okay, right? 9 p.m. is good. Guys, if you're okay with 9 p.m., let me know, please. Let's have a poll. The 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. is winning it. Stella, you already know I'm bombing 7 p.m. The time is okay, right? 9 p.m. Stella, you are counting like Yakubu Mahmood. You're multi-voting. Only you. You're saying right now. Yeah, so I went on a small holiday. My YouTube people. Okay, Bobby's asking. Bobby, don't worry, I'm going to come to today's topic. We're actually asking. I'm actually asking, what did we miss? Today's topic actually just us reflecting on politics today. So I really want you guys to drive the conversation today and probably bring me up to speed. My brother Joe Obedient, I see you. Welcome. Guys, we are doing like over 300 strong people already on YouTube and on X. So guys, let's keep reposting the live. Let's get up into the conversation. Thank you so much. What did we miss today? What did we miss? What have we missed? I want to know. But I'm going to talk about, first of all, the Japan story, because for me, I think that builds up to what we have been saying for so long. And also, most importantly, what I've always talked about, which is reminding Nigerians, that one, this is always going to be a trending topic. It's always going to be a trending topic. Reminding Nigerians of 10 years of APC. 10 years of APC. It is very, 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 very important to remind Nigerians of 10 years of APC. You know, when I say this things all the time, it feels like you don't know what we're saying. And today, okay, yes, I came on social media today, so I saw some tweets, you know, of some of so-called influencers that went to Ghana and came out and started telling Nigerians how Ghana is more difficult. It's as difficult as Nigeria. So that means as since I left the house, these people have been trying to burn the house down. But we're here to speak about all this and more, right? So for me, okay, Atiku also want to contest. Atiku want to contest. I've always said this. Atiku want to contest. He will always want to contest. But I believe he has his right to want to campaign. This is my opinion now, right? Atiku have every right, like every Nigerian, like me, to want to be the next president of Nigeria. But one thing that he does not have is the loyalty of supporters that are willing or ready to go out of the way for him. I'm of the opinion that I actually have a video that I made for Atiku, and I was thinking when it was heated, I was thinking of posting that video like 2 weeks ago, but I'm going to keep it probably till when it's ripe. I'm going to send that video out. It's just me trying to remind him of the fact to understand that yes, you have an ambition. You have every right to aspire to be president. It's an office that anybody that has political ambition. Thank you so much, critical thinker. Anybody that has political ambition should aspire to want to be the president of the country, especially someone that have reached the pinnacle of where he has gotten to in his career, in his life. But he has to understand that his ambition cannot be bigger than the ambition of a country, of the people. And him understanding this is Nigerians putting the right pressure on him to see and understand that, Oga, first of all, by 2027, you will be 81 years old. Age is a serious factor. Nigeria is not America. America, whether without president or not, America can run. America already have systems in place that can make America is already a functional vehicle. It just needs a person. If you come in and you're driving it anyhow, you take the driver, the vehicle will see them maintained. Because there are systems that have already been created, that have already tested time that is maintaining that vehicle, whether you're driving it or not. Unlike Nigeria are wheelbarrow. In fact, wheelbarrow will be say the legs don't scatter, the hand don't shake finish. You cannot come out and say you are not, and you not like this, your hand is shake. You say you won't come drive wheelbarrow, push a wheelbarrow, you don't go walk. Or you're old, say make you push a wheelbarrow, you don't go walk. You don't have for you to want to be the president of this current Nigeria of today, you have to have, not just forget this whole capacity, competence, you have to have energy first. You have to be able to understand that this work where they go for, it's not the work that you sit down and you designate roles to people. Oh, you do this, you do that. No. You have to be upstanding and up and doing. You have to. So for me, I feel like he has to understand these things. And as we come close to that time, he understands that almost young Nigerians are not ready to make that sacrifice for him. Young Nigerians are not going to put their life or their head in the line for him. You have to understand this thing and understand that, oh my God, you have lived the best of lives. And the greatest legacy that you will leave as a person or as a leader is you actually supporting the will of the people. If I was Atiku, I will do everything within my power to endorse Peter Obi, support him, push him, in fact, sponsor him. Make it be say I be the kingmaker. There is no legacy that will be bigger than that in his life. Presidents come and go. Presidents come and go, and they are even forgotten. But there are roles you play in the growth of a nation that forever your name will be immortalized. And if he is actually following or looking for a legacy that will outlive him, he won't get it in Aso Rock. He might end up being president, but that if he's actually because what he's saying, he really wants to see Nigeria work and the rest. You see, yes, his composure and everything. You see his composure and everything. You feel like he really wants country to work. I feel like, and for me, I'm saying this from a position of respect. I can't bully Atiku to support Peter Obi. I can only convince him, and that's exactly the position I've taken. And I tell so many obedience I would speak with. I say, you cannot bully this man to come down for Peter Obi. He has every right to aspire to be president. You can talk about the zoning formula and everything. He has every right to aspire. But you can convince this man, you can cajole this man, you can talk sense to him and his people. Even if I try not to even focus on the pawns that on social media. All these ones that just make noise on social media and try and cause chaos. All these hallelujah boys, these boys are feed off politicians. I care less about what those ones say because they do not matter. When that room where they make these decisions, they are not in those rooms. They never break. They just give them talking points. They go and speak. So those guys do not matter. So I try not to make what they say get to me when I'm talking to Atiku. I refer to the man. I respect him. Excuse me. I respect what he has done as a person. I don't agree with many things. I don't agree with so many processes. I don't agree with some things he believes or what he stands for. But I respect his path to wanting to be the next president. And I hope he understands that Nigerian or that time has passed him. You must not die or you must not live to be president. But at least you can play a role. And I hope he understands that. But let's leave Atiku and come to people that are destroying this country, because Atiku is not destroying the country. So Atiku is not my problem. My problem is this satanic cult. This cult, in fact, this guy sent me a message. Akenje sent me a message. I saw the message and I started laughing. He said, this one will not see you again. Peter Obi never pay. As I see that message, they didn't pay me. I say, so this guy really think that I sit down here, I'll come out here at the end of the night and start talking because Peter Obi incentivized me or he's paying me. Like, these guys don't really know who Peter Obi is. It's like these guys don't understand who Peter Obi is. I hope you guys saw, because I followed that his son's speech. I read his son's speech. I hope you guys read that guy's speech. I hope you read that speech. Where the son say, my father's money is not my money. I was brought up to believe that my father's money is not my money. I am 100% certain. P.O. King. There are ways this kind of men raise their kids. And I'm not even bragging or saying anything. I was raised the same way. We were raised the same way to understand that our parents' wealth was not our wealth. I grew up in Plateau State. I was talking to one of my very, very close friends this morning. I was telling her, I was like, my dad was a lecturer, but I never, ever understood why we never lived in the staff quarters. I'm giving my own story now. My father made sure that we never lived in the staff quarters. He drove 2 hours every day going, every day coming. He goes to work in the morning, comes back as a lecturer every single day, just to make sure that his children do not experience the life of staff kids. I never understood why until I got to the university and I saw the kind of life staff kids were living. Staff kids from JS3, SS1, they don't drive motor. They don't live life, they don't carry girls, they don't small boys, So that was actually the kind of lifestyle my parents made sure that their children did not experience. And while I was in Jos growing up, I saw my friends that I know that my parents were more richer than. If you're in Plateau State, many of my friends are there, they There's no, if you did just Bukuru, you must know my family. I'm not capping or something. We are not, no, we did. I'm not saying we are, let me use WK's English. I'm not saying we are Dangote, but we are, so we're okay, we're very, very, very comfortable. Very, very, very comfortable. Very, very business-minded family. Had everything growing up as a kid, but the luxury of life, our parents never allowed us to test them. My father, all of us, before I drove car, before I learned how to drive a car, I had to make sure I passed my WAEC and JAM. Before any of his child learned how to drive his car. Not that you will be driving the car, just to teach you how to drive. You guys pass WAEC and JAM. Meanwhile, my mates were already driving cars before we even finished secondary school. My mates, our fellow business, where my parents, they do the same business with their parents, and we know they get money. Then they flex, they drive motor. You dare not. Your papa motor no be on motor. I never drove my dad's car until I finished school. I worked, I saved my own money, I bought my car. I drove my car to my father's house with pride to show that, Papa, I don't buy my own car. That was the kind of way we were brought up, to understand that your father's wealth is not your wealth. Your wealth is your wealth. You have to work for your wealth. You have to work hard. There is dignity in hard work. There's dignity in labor. And when you see Peter B, when I read that message, I just said, Kai, this is exactly how you raise a kid. And I'm saying it for many of our parents of today also. They're like, it is not hardship. You're training your child. And that is exactly why we have a very spoiled and moral society today. There are even people that, and a very entitled society we are living in today. People that did not work for anything feel that they're entitled to something. It is insane. And so you see how P.O. raised his child. You see that this man's life, you can mirror his life on his child's life. And you can understand that this man is not faking it. So when I got that message from Archangel, I was like, so this guy believes that Peter B goes carry money, pay any person, make him come social media, they host space for him, or they host life for him, or they sell in market for him. So we are from different worlds. We that actually, and this is what most of Tinubu supporters cannot relate to. That you will come and spend your time, that Nigerians are actually spending their time, their money, and their resources for a man they don't even know. Many of you here that were on violence space before the elections can testify. We raised on the violence space for different support groups. We raised hundreds. We raised millions in his hundreds for different support groups. Not for once did I ever tell them to say, I never put my account or for different projects, different people. We'll just tell them, oh yeah, bring your support group. All these people came, raise money, go, raise money, go, raise money, go, raise money. People were donating left, right, center for a cause, for a man that they did not know. I had never spoken to Peter B. Elections finished. I know Sia. Okay, he came to violence space just on a passing. They were in a meeting. I think that Ibrahim now called and said, Saddam, Peter B want to join your life. And I gave him mic. He just spoke with us for like 10 minutes. We never spoke until after elections. It was even after elections when people were going Ranko and everything. And I was like, how do we do this thing? How do we settle the tense environment? I had to invite Aisha Yusufu on space. Because Aisha Yusufu was converted to an obedient on the violence space. And she came that day and I was telling her, Madam, come and talk to obedient. So obedient are parrying up and down. She now came to ginger obedience. And while she was there on that space, P.O. called her and showed P.O. that, I'm talking to your supporters. So P.O. said, you're talking to my supporters and you did not invite me. And she said, okay, you can come. And she now sent me a message while I was on space that P.O. wants you to host him. I was like, And I broke it out on that space that day. I was like, P.O. wants us to host him. And that's how we took him to Parallel Fact, and the rest is history. I never had his number till that space. So these guys don't understand these things. They don't understand that there are some people today that were in primary school that had Peter Obi's number. Secondary school that had Peter Obi's number. They don't understand. That is why when I see some things that have happened in the course of this movement, in the course of this political circle, I don't understand how battered Nigerians are. So when you tell them that you can fix Nigeria in 4 years, thank you so much. It is like, how? How can you fix Nigeria in 4 years? Oh, I saw another one that Peter Obi said that he's going to drop grant, 7 trillion grant, and that will open a many business, small, medium scale business, rank everything. They don't understand these things. Nigerians, I saw a chat that David Nde posted last night about how abused Nigerians are. Nigeria, and that is the only thing that when I want to get so angry, I remember that you're dealing with victims, actually. Nigerians are victims. Majority of these Nigerians are victims. Victims of bad governance. Victims of a system that they have never seen worked before. So when they see, or when someone comes and tells them that it is possible to build a bridge, I always use analogy anytime I say, like, it is possible to build a bridge in 2 years. A Nigerian that watched Nigeria build a 1.5 kilometer bridge in 16 years. If you tell him that you can build the same bridge in 2 years, the person will argue with you and say it's not possible. That's the reality of our country. So guys, welcome to the show today. I'm trying to make sure that today stay as short as possible. I'm going to open up the live right now for people to just interact. But thank you guys for joining us. I'm sorry once for those that came in late again. We took a break, but we are back hopefully. Hopefully. If you see go on a short break, I'm going to go small break. I'm going to the best, so I beg, make I see the breathe, because I know from next year we're going to hot. But for now, anytime I see I take small break, more than no verse for me. Understand? Say I am still like you people. I'm a human being like you people. You know, easy. It's not easy, eh? Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. But let me open up the fly. See all of you guys on Facebook. On X and on YouTube. Thank you so much. Blessing. Yes, I went on a little holiday from YouTube. Jaja, can you hear me? Governor Oyebanji. No, definitely. APC have a troll of influencers. We saw them. They went to Aso Rock now. They call it Digital Summit. Let me give you guys this story. So while I was on this holiday, I want to give you guys small amebo. I got a call from someone. Actually, in fact, that's actually what even gingered me. I say, let's come back. I got a call from someone, and the person was telling me about what happened in the Digital Summit. Now, actually, in the Digital Summit, they were talking about then Saddam and violent space. That can't you people see how the Saddam and violent space are holding this government accountable? They are very, 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 very dedicated. They are this, they are that. When they come out, they'll be holding. Yes. Any of them that should come out and deny it. They used us as reference. Please mute your mic here, please. That was actually what even pushed me. I was like, that you need to see that you people are that you were telling about those people that see how those people, when they open their space, they will gather Nigerians in their thousands and they'll be saying, holding this government, calling this government out. You people should work hard like them. So apparently they are now feeling like we must be paid to be doing what we're doing. They don't realize that it's just pure passion and love for country. So when I heard it, I'm going to the juicy part now. The person that reached out to me was like, make could have come now, make we talk now. Make could have come, make we talk. People should stop insulting this government. Stop calling this government. Now they say that we get CBN now. That we get CBN. Just come and state your offer. Just state your offer. So when the person told me, I started laughing. I don't want to disclose names. But you people will see so many things going to 2027. I'm saying this right now for you guys. I'm telling you guys that Many people that you, and I'm saying this that as a source of work, say advice to everyone. Please, if you're for a Nigeria that works, don't even take my words. Don't even look at me. Because they believe, Tinubu believes that everybody has a price. Everybody has a price. His ideology is what money cannot do, more money will do it. So they are actually going, there are people that as 2027 is coming, there are people that will fall off the way. Some will not talk anymore. Some will just do 360 because the offer will be so ridiculous. So you see all this money that people are actually stocking right now. It's actually money that we use to steal voices and stifle the voices of Nigeria. So please, do not even take my words. Don't take my words for it. So that not tomorrow, God forbid it, oh, God forbid it. Let me do it 3 times. God forbid it. And I'm not saying that tomorrow, if I go on break, people can say, they have bribed Saddam, Saddam will not go. Saddam is no longer coming. Because that's part of the offer. Don't come anymore. Just even, okay, stop your show. If you not allow us, stop it. Just stop gathering these people to come and be calling this government out. God forbid it too. But I'm telling you guys, for you guys to understand, many voices will go cold. Many voices will lose steam. Many voices will change tone. Voices you might love. Voices you might cherish. And I'm saying this right, please, because I understand that Nigerians will know how to immortalize people. The moment the person is coming out and speaking braggadociously, the ginger like Saddam and the rest now, and I go begin love us. Nobody everybody go see the offer I saw last week. I go open space today. God is my witness. It's not like I have everything I want. No, I have my issues. I have problems, and they always come. And these satanic people always come when they know when to catch me. They know when to catch me. But one thing I can always stand and tell myself is that God knows my heart, that I am on this earth because you might not be a religious person. No problem. Me, I'm a religious person. I believe in God. I believe that there's heaven and there's hell. Me, I want to make heaven. I cannot suffer on earth finish with APC. Nigeria, I know go heaven. Now lie you. I know if you go hellfire. So I'm living my life not to please you people. I'm living my life to please God. That is the only thing holding me. If I choose to take a turn tomorrow, if I choose to take a turn tomorrow, you guys will see me with a picture of Tinubu next week. It's not bragging. I'm not bragging. It is real. The influence which has so rock. It is not even me even saying it is real. They want the platform. And I'm saying this because there are other platforms that will be coming up, or other platforms that are already existing, that they feel do 360 because they do not have values. Me, I have values. And for me, if Nigeria can work, that I'm not on this earth. Yes, I want to be wealthy and the rest, but I'm not on this earth for wealth. If I can come out and see Nigeria working, I can flex. I can see my family where we can travel interstate like I used to travel as a kid without being scared of kidnappers. That to a point whereby very dark man, they do video when they pursue kidnappers. We are in a country that is going to hell every single day. And for some people, it is cruise. So for me, it is way beyond whatever material thing that can come my way. It is for me trying to say, how can I contribute my little voice to being a voice to hold Nigerians to understand that we have to fix our country. I saw a video today of a guy that took the life of 3 boys in Imo State, a terrorist. Killed just like that. He put out for video. The video in social media. I saw a lady that was on my timeline. I saw her tweet. Her younger brother was kidnapped 2 days ago in Port Harcourt. We are living in hell on earth. We are living in hell on earth. And for me, it is important to understand, if you don't understand where we are as a country, see, the economy can be in shambles. The economy can be going to hell. But if there's a little bit of security in the country alone, people will survive. But you cannot be passing through economical hell and the country is so insecure. What is APC doing in power for the past 10 years? And that's the question I'm asking everybody. So for me, it is way beyond anything anybody's going to offer you. Some people will tell that, so now collect the money and do what you're supposed to do. I say, no. The moment you take it, it is now blood money. They buy your voice. They buy your ability to tell the truth to these people. Now, I was talking to somebody today. I was saying, the person was talking to us. I say, if Peter B becomes president tomorrow, I will be the first platform to be putting his feet to fire. Because I cannot waste my time, my money, my resources campaigning for a man that I do not have any allegiance to, and he enters there and he does not fix this country. If he doesn't fix the country, I go be the first person we're going to drag up every single day on Spaces. I will not protect or cover his ass for 1 second. Because you demanded this power. Nigerians have given you this power, you must work. It's not to bribe influencers up and down and say, oh, go to Ghana and compare price of Ghana. Ghanaians are suffering, Nigerians are suffering. So if Ghanaians are suffering, Nigerians should suffer. Go South Africa now. Go to Rwanda. Just keep sending them across all the countries to justify why Nigerians should suffer. We are dealing with rogues and criminals in office. The worst set ever. I say it all the time. This is the worst set of politicians we have ever had in the history of this country. Bunch of irritants, bunch of no good people that know nothing. They don't know anything about governance. All they are there to do is to steal, to steal, to steal. Fix common security is a problem for these criminals. So for me, it's very important we understand what we're doing, and please, don't get tired, though. Don't get tired. It is okay to take breaks like I took. Everybody is allowed to take breaks. Take breaks. When you get overwhelmed, take breaks, but come back to understand that to fix Nigeria is a job that every single one of us must partake in. Welcome to the Emir Sirdam Show, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me open up the floor right now. My sister, Jaja, how are you doing today? It's been a while.
Hey, Sirdam, hi. You just disappeared. Eh?
I go Brazil, then from Brazil I go Japan.
No, I thought because there was this rumor going on that especially this cyber bullying and crime act that they hurriedly passed. It's funny. Have you checked that law they passed?
What law?
Did you read it? Cyber crime law and what have you? Even those on Facebook, TikTok, it will affect all of us. So I actually thought that it affected all of you guys, and I can't see Uncle Tai too. So I kept on wondering whether they've reported, because they said they brought down a lot of accounts down, and which was so funny. But go and check the law, you'll be shocked. Automatically, a lot of Nigeria would understand. And then I noticed a certain pattern. They are hijacking small bloggers. We don't give small voice. The ones who go post or expose things, they will hijack them, carry them go TSS and a lot of places. Automatically, they're trying to tell us that this space and these forums we have, this exposing and standing up for our people, it's now an offense in this country, sadly enough. And instead of passing gender-based, what do you call it, gender equality, electoral reform, a lot of bills could be passed that will push us forward. It showed the 1999 Constitution, it showed that one get killed. But all of a sudden, they passed that law and see what happened for Japan. But it's not a new thing. I used to call myself a former international house girl. For foreign affairs, I was once a diplomat's wife. You know, when these things are happening, embassies most times or missions don't have monies. In short, you spend 8 months, no salary is coming in, rent, children kicked out. That is the life of a Nigerian diplomat. So when I saw that stuff there, I laughed. I laughed. And then Foreign Affairs was coming out to say what? They should just come out and say, there is no money in these missions. And the president went there. Is it not a thing of shame? You saw what happened there? Nigeria could not display anything because we have nothing now. And then they went to collect loan against Saddam, another loan, and we will be the people to take that loan. All this loan and overtaxing us. Where is the money going to? I've not seen anything relevant. Even the Calabar Coastal Route, zero. All these projects, they are shipping it elsewhere, and it's not even adhering to visibility to see it on ground. They are not willing to solve the insecurity. Some people are benefiting from this insecurity because you see, at the rate it is happening, at the rate the infiltration of weaponries are coming into this country, at the rate the people committing these heinous atrocities have the nerves and audacity to say to hell with government. Do you understand? It's not adding up. And when people are being fight anyhow, do you see them appearing there? Not too long ago, we lost our former president. That area is filled up with this kind of people. All these ideas that enter, did you see any one of them coming to stop these people on the road?
No.
It's a question. So who is bullying who here? Will they stop it? They won't. So, but check that bill. I think the next thing we should talk about this cyber whatever. You'll be shocked to see what's.
Please, if you could send me the link to the bill. If somebody have the link to that bill, please, or just an article or something, let me know about it. I'm gonna. Okay, sir. Thank you. Then we have to talk about it. Yeah.
Animal farm. You know those laws, all animals are equal, and then the next thing is the pigs can now lie in the bed. You know, the pigs can drink, and others cannot drink. They normalize. It's just George Orwell's Animal Farm. Period. That is where we are, and whether we like it or not, Nigerians are tired. I escorted my friends to do some charity work at Kepi. So then you will cry. If you have a heart, you have empathy inside of you. In short, the patients lying down there, the beds that we give them there, it's just for me. All I can say is just the wood that they plastered with small foam and cheap leather. People are hopeless. They don't even know where to start from. You know, Kevi is part of Nasarawa, but a lot of people from Abuja run down there for cheap medication. Is it even cheap? There's nothing there. So how many of these health centers do we have that are not functioning? No wonder they're always running out to travel abroad. They create problems for us and they run away to go and solve it elsewhere. It's high time we begin to block these airports for them. No wonder they want to renovate airports because they have an agenda. They know when things go bad and we get so angry. They know where to run back. That is why they are more focused. The space priority is to renovate new airports. Do we need airports at this point in this country? When as simple as food, people cannot. Healthcare is in shambles. I want every Nigerian listen to me. Put on your slippers. Ordinarily, go to these health centers. You will not sleep when you come back. In short, if you don't have food or you are crying there and suffering, you will value what you have. Because there are people out there that, in short, they are dead already. They are living, but they are already dead. It's not adding up, and they don't care. They don't care. Because tell me, for crying out loud, our president is globetrotting from one country to the other. Is he bringing back investors? What is he doing in these countries? They're just going there to chill. And it's not just president, it's the whole entourage. You see them there. train their faces just to go and chill on taxpayers' money. And it's adding up. Is it making sense? It isn't. And then they want to instill fear inside of us. No, DSS and police will carry federal high court has become a hope whereby they will file cases against you. All because of this. So why is that law being passed all of a sudden? In a country where freedom of speech, people fought for freedom of speech. Internationally, it has been accepted. And then you want to bring in your Yahoo laws and then to silence the people. And I noticed they don't like international attention. I think the next thing we should align ourselves with all these international media houses. We should begin to align ourselves whereby we'll be crying out loud, whereby to even go travel to these countries, they will not go. Because they're causing a mess in this country. Which is well said down. Let me keep quiet.
Thank you very much, my sister.
Wasabi and the sushi.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's good to hear from you. You know, let me just add to what she's saying. And this is me saying it from the angle of the international bodies, right? Nigeria is where the foreign bodies want Nigeria to be. It is not as if we cannot change or we cannot move. But where we are right now is exactly where they want us to be. In a position of servitude. Nigeria is not meant to work. Nigeria is the sixth most populous nation on earth. Sixth on earth. The most populous black nation on earth. If Nigeria works, it means that automatically Africa will work. So Nigeria is an experiment that must not work by the powers that be. And it is incumbent on we Nigerians that know these things to educate more Nigerians to understand that fixing this country is something that has to be people-oriented. It has to be a leader that comes into power by the power of the people. Because the powers that be will never want Nigeria to work. If Nigeria works, I had by one of my podcast episodes, I was like, you can actually build a cell phone in Nigeria without importing anything. Maybe the only thing you import is probably the human capacity, of which I believe we won't have it in abundance in this country. But what do? We export all the components, all the minerals, all the materials that we can use to build these things abroad, then we import back the phone. Nigeria, we export our soil. We are so blessed that our soil, our clay, they import them. God bless this country. So the powers that be, the Western powers that be, Nigeria cannot work. It's an experiment that should not work. So for it to work, it means that the citizens are aware of their problems and are ready to tackle their problems. That is why I said Tinubu is openly sponsoring. Look at you talking about the cyber something bill now. I've not heard about it. Why have Tinubu not sponsored, or his team now have not sponsored an anti-bigotry bill? Why haven't they said that bigotry is a crime, that if you're caught promoting ethnic bigotry or religious division in Nigeria, you'll be sentenced to 20 years in prison, starting from next week? Why can't they do these ones? Because they know that it is them. Tinubu is a stooge. He's a complete stooge of the Western power. How can he say in power is to make Nigerians divided, keep them divided? So for some people, Tinubu is an ethnic champion for them. Destroy Nigeria, Tinubu. I will not fight you because you're representing my tribe or my religion. Even though I am wallowing in abject poverty. They will never sponsor bills that are against are for the people. It's always bills that are against the people. Bigotry is actually captured under the new. Please, I beg you, I want to see that bill, please. Someone should send me that bill, I beg. If it is actually in that bill, I will support it. I will support it with my life. if there's actually an anti-bigotry in that bill, I will support that bill.
I'm begging you, don't be hasty to listen to this one.
I want to see the bill. I want to see it. I just say if there's bigotry, I will support, because if we can curb that this thing, and Nigerian youth can understand that it is not a criminal offense to be a bigot. Is it that you stay out of the political discourse or you focus on our problems?
Understand clearly what they're doing. You see, whether we like it or not, we are really affected. We are disturbing their peace and we're ruining business for them. So the best thing for them to do is create a bill under the law where they can use that to punish us.
Jaja, can you please? I don't want to talk about that bill because I've not read it. But I want us to. I'll probably tomorrow's live we can focus on that bill. So it means everybody that is going to come up right now, listen to us right now, I want to contribute to the conversation tomorrow. Go and get a copy of that bill and study it, because I want to hear it from an informed, an objective position, not just a position of anti. Right? They can call it anti-cyber bill, something. If it is fighting bigotry, fighting terrorism online, I'll support it. But if it is trying to stifle the voices of Nigerians, I have a problem with it. So I'm not going to attack a bill that I have not seen, right? Because of the name. So if you have your
like the VAP law that's in existence.
What?
When it comes to
You're not audible.
The VAP law. I said the VAP law that is in existence. When it comes to implementing these laws, it only favors them. All the laws that we have, beautiful laws, you'll be shocked to know that these laws are existing. But when it comes to implementations, Nigeria, it doesn't favor us.
True.
They will not implement it.
But Jaja, I'm coming. If bigotry is in that bill, if anti-bigotry is in that bill, I don't care who it favors. Nobody should be a bigot. That's my position. I will never support anybody being a bigot. So if that is the law, if they can't decide to use it against you if you're not showing. No, Judge, you cannot. They can that I'm a dissenting voice of the. I'm coming, Judge. I'm coming. No. You. The burden of proof is on us, right? The burden of proof is on us. I don't want to just be See, there's a million and one things I can talk about this APC government that is evil. But when I see if they ever do anything that is good, if that bill is anti-bigotry bill, true, I will clap for them on that one. Because I've been shouting, I've been the one shouting 10 years of APC. If they can give us anti-bigotry bill, that I know that I can list, I will start telling them, I can list from Tinubu's wife when she's doing bigotry. I give them enough candidates to buy an anuga. Now, what are you saying now? It is when they arrest somebody I know that is a bigot and they don't arrest their own bigots, then we can have a problem. But I understand where you're coming from the implementation. But let's push the mic. Thank you, my sister. Thank you. Stay with me, please. Chinji, how you doing, my brother? Good evening today. How you been now, bro?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Sirdam. Good evening, panelists and all that. APC issue. You need to finish. The more we think say we don't see finish, the more abracadabra they come out. These governments have been doing abracadabra. Abracadabra, they will say what do they call them? School loan. Abracadabra. Lagos Calabar Road, Coastal Road. Abracadabra. Financial reform, tax reform. All this lamba that they give us, the result we see on ground, no one they tally. And with the
IBK, please send your request in.
When they say this government only they play politics, they need to play governance. They're not ready for any governance whatsoever. They only just stay 24 hours ready for politics. And the kind of politics when they choose, not the one way, okay, go free their people up or make their people richer. Or make Nigeria the progress, okay, say their own bigotry, they make the Yoruba race more educated, you know, and all that. For me, one thing I don't see with Nigerian politicians, I say, if they like a father will marry many wives, and think they're very wealthy, but after he pass away, in children, instead of them to multiply, you know, waiting their father achieve, then they busy, they drag papa wealth themselves. And they think that they're doing of themselves good. Not knowing say on the long run, then they destroy themselves by themselves. Because in the short nearest future, there will be nothing to sell again. And poverty will strike everybody. This goes to the amount of resources where Nigeria gets. But Nigeria, the owner of Nigeria, they don't die finish. They leave wealth for the children. The children don't know what to do with this wealth. Then they sell off the wealth, they spend them anyhow to our faces. So I think this 27 will be the decider of whether as Nigerians will continue to accept mediocrity or we will fight for that right for all of us to get good governance. Because you see, good governance is for Hollywood in Nigeria. Good governance too, they affect positively those who are not there for Nigeria. If you calculate money where they spend a month for people in Nigeria or for what Nigeria costs you, you understand, say, if you get good governance, 50% of that money immediately will stop. You know, so I want make people take this one like say our life they depend on them. And I want to talk small put for that. For me, I just like say the only thing where I want make government do till 2025-7, make they just stop the killing. Sorry, the unaliving. Make they stop the unaliving of Nigerians. Because it's like say any bill where they won't pass right now, it will always be for 2027 election, and it no go help ameliorate the sufferings of Nigerians. It no go help in any way. All what they will do now how to stifle Nigerians, stifle their rights, psychologically damage them, and allow anything evil to happen to them. You know, make them blame them on the devil. I would say Nigerians need to raise up anything we put our eye for ground well. Anything that they plan, now the same thing we go plan too. Yeah, but we go defend our vote last. We will defend our vote and make sure that the one way they sweep me past now the what they call themselves, the fund way
Number
put together. I don't know how true that fund be. We put together 7 trillion fund to create job. How true is that information?
I cannot say now because I've not verified it, but I'm going to definitely. When I was offline when I saw that news, so I could not speak. I can't speak on that, but I think it's a very wonderful idea.
Yeah, because you see that thing could make the revolution over the bloody. People don't look that thing as just ordinary. If that thing is true, that is what we need.
Joe Biden, what did he say? Please come up and clear the air, please, my brother. If you can, please.
That thing will make Nigerians understand, say, yes, this governance, this man on a private capacity, if it creates this level of impact on a private capacity, then we are ready to even give our life for it, for the cause. Because so Nigerians are in doubt. Is a politician worth fighting for? I don't know if you understand me. What if we fight for and finish? Income can't be like the which of us obedience no say this man is legit, right? But again, we need that number to increase. And those people, those doubting Thomases, this kind of project, now will convince them. Yeah, this kind of project will convince them. And they will, when the number are ready to put their life in line increase, then we will not lose even one life. I'll leave it there.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Before I come to you, my sister IJ, guys, welcome. For those that are joining us late, many people have been were asking where did we go to. We went for a small summer break, and we are back. But I just want to say it again that please, in case we are back like this and we go again, we'll be trying to make sure that we can combine other things. We don't live off TikTok, so we are trying to live our own lives also. So please understand that. But I'm trying to make sure and see how stable I can be. I've missed Violence Space for the past 3 weeks now. You guys also for the past 2 to 3 weeks now. So, but it's good to be back here. But meanwhile, guys, let's everybody please keep our tapping. We have a mandate of 100,000 likes, minimum of 100,000 likes. Chingy, please mute your mic, please. I see you guys. We are close to 1,000 right now on other platforms. So, guys, let's please repost the live. If you're on X and you're listening to my voice on X, please repost the live. If you want to speak join the conversation, who dropped? IBK dropped. Okay, if you want to join the conversation, you can come. You can only request the mic on TikTok. Come to TikTok and request the mic. I'll send you the mic on TikTok at the Emir Sirdam Show. We come out here every day, 9 p.m. Nigerian time, from every weekdays, 9 p.m. Nigerian time, apart from weekends, I think, and Fridays. Yeah, so join us again tomorrow. But we're still up right here. We're still here having this conversation. I just want to tell, I think while I was out also, I saw one of the things that made me stay back again was when the Fina Dangote story broke. If you had known me in, let's say, 2013, from 2013, 2014, 2015, I used to answer Sirdam Dangote on X and on social media. So if you had known me, you would have known that I used to answer Sirdam Dangote. These are people that know me way back. And many people there didn't understand why I was answering Dangote. All right, somebody say yes. So if you know me, Sirdam Dangote, yes. Many people never knew why I had that name Dangote behind me. It was because actually Dangote, I'm a victim of Dangote. It was Dangote that took the life of my late dad. I was actually in that car when we had the accident. A Dangote truck cleared us from behind. And boom, I actually, like 5 minutes to that accident, I just told my dad to put his seatbelt because he was actually the one driving me. We went to one of his sites. We come back from his sites, and I just said, Daddy, put your seatbelt now. And he started laughing at me. He said, you and your mother, the same thing. Every time, seatbelt. I said, Daddy, put it, Jerry. As he put it, I just put an He no reach, what's 5 minutes? He no reach 3 minutes. We just overtake this truck. The truck pull us from behind. Bah! And so my God. And so I see ourselves for this demarcation where you demarcate extra this thing, middle of highway. As we jam, my seatbelt held me. As I came back up and I looked out of the windscreen, I saw the Dangote guy was looking, the guy that was in the passenger seat of the Dangote that was now looking back at us. And they drove off. And I now turned and I looked at my dad. My dad was hanging on the seatbelt. He was unconscious. Then people, and it was actually my side of the car that had impact because it hit from my dad's side, so we that's what it is scatter. So people, cars, you know, accident now, cars that come begin the park, boom, 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 begin stop, you know, trying to come out and help us. Plus those people who come in and steal from us. So as they came, they rushed to my side, and I was like, I was pushing my dad. He was actually there, but he was not responding. He was unconscious. So I told them, please let them just leave, let them help my dad. So they helped my dad and brought my dad up. I actually had this dream, like, I think 3 weeks before the accident, where I saw myself lifting my dad up. And the clothes, what I used to remember that dream was the clothes he was wearing. He was wearing a cloth of my granddad. You know, when all these people, if they do Ashwebi clothes of my granddad, my maternal granddad. So when they brought my dad down and he was lying down and I raised him up, that was when that dream hit me. I started crying. I just started crying. The people were not like, hey, something, what they did not understand why. I said because I saw this thing like 3 weeks before it happened. And I told him actually. And he was like, I'll leave that thing, nothing that happened. So when it happened, and so I've seen Nigeria happen to me. So people don't understand my passion when I do what I'm doing is because I'm a victim of Nigeria. Right? So there and then a military car parked. As the military car parked and saw us, the military car now stopped the next car coming. It was a bus. He stopped the bus and told the bus to carry me and my dad to the nearest hospital. So they took us to the nearest hospital. I think one of these hospitals. When this happened in Imo State, one of the hospitals there, the specialist hospital. The specialist hospital that they came in and they pressed my dad's feet. It was not responding. They told us that they cannot treat him here. That they have to take him. Let us go to FMC, Federal Medical Clinic. I'll be able to call them FMC. I called my mom on the phone. I was like, Mom, see you. The way she responded, it's a story for another day. But it's good to marry a good woman, I swear. It's good to marry a good woman. My mom drove and came. Let me just cut the story short. We were in the hospital by 3 p.m. FMC, 3 p.m. They wanted to give me bed. I said I don't want bed, but my leg was already swollen. My right leg was swollen. I had my ankle. I was like, I'm not going to stay in the hospital. I had no feed the hospital. So I paid for a card. Before they would put my dad in the hospital and everything, I was fighting, shouting, and I'm like, I said, guys, emergency. Nigeria is a dead country. Nigeria is a dead country. Before my mom came and I left them, I went back home with my pain. So I started feeding this hospital. I went home. Before they could do for my dad X-ray, we got to the hospital by 3 p.m. Before they could do for my late dad his X-ray, was by 12 in the morning. 12 in the morning. So if this man had internal bleeding or any other this thing, now so. But he was a very strong man. He was struggling. He actually, his spinal cord was broken. So, and at that ripe age, thank you so much. At that age, it was already, there was nothing to be. Oh God. I came back to the hospital the next day. The way I was shouting in the hospital, I was agitated and expecting these guys to really do something. And the nurses were just nonchalant. Everyone was just nonchalant. The doctors were on strike. It was so, I was seeing them just doing routine check for everybody in the emergency ward, giving them the same injection. It was a security guy that was there that told me, he said, who is this man to you? I said, it's my father. He says I like this man. So let him advise me that if I want this man to survive, we should take him out of here. A federal medical center. I told my mom, see what the security man told me. Security man is in the emergency. I told my mom, I told my aunt, please, I'm going back home. Take daddy out of this freaking place. And that's how they took this man and took him to Enugu State. I think I've forgotten the hospital they took him to that day. That to process everything and took him to Enugu State for the surgery. That's when they discovered that he had cracked his 7th, I think this is 5 to 7th cervical vertebrae. They did the surgery, and that was how my dad was bedridden for the next 3 years before he passed on. And that was when I started answering Dangote. I say, one day, Dangote, I will see you and I will tell you what you did to my late dad. So when I saw Fina, I wanted to come back last week. So when I saw orthopedic Enugu, God bless you, yes, orthopedic Enugu. So when I saw Fina's issue, it broke. I was almost depressed. So many people didn't know I was traumatized because I was in that car. It's not that I heard, I was in that car. Dangote knocked me and my papa. That's how I lost my dad. 3 years of going back and forth. I witnessed Nigerian healthcare system firsthand. My mom was actually the one that renovated the toilet in FMC Owerri so that it can be conducive enough for human beings to be able to shower. If you see the condition Nigerians are passing through, it is hell in that country. And this was in 2000 and was under PDP. Imagine it now. Imagine the state now under these rogueless criminals in power. So for me, the quest to see Nigerian work is not a quest that is coming from, there is nothing you can give me. There is nothing you can give me that will bring back the life of my dad. Because he never lived, and I know how me, I be stubborn Peking. That man no test my greatness. He's supposed to test my greatness because he suffered for my head. So there's nothing you can give me or you can tell me that will make me to stop clamoring for a Nigerian that can work, because I've seen a Nigerian that has failed, that failed me. And I can bet that if my dad was in another country, he would still be alive today. So for me, fixing this country is a tax that must be done. It's a tax that I put my body, my mind, my soul into it. And that is why I don't make friends in this thing. So if I say they come my way, I will bulldoze anybody. I don't care. I don't care because I saw Nigeria happen to me. I'm a victim. So when you wonder where Saddam is getting his energy from, Saddam is getting his anger from, Nigeria has happened to me. I've not shared this story with any, only people know about the story. I just shared with you guys because of I had to talk about the Fina issue, and for many people that don't understand where I get my motivation from, is from the fact that I have seen Nigeria. I was in the hospital, I saw people in my dad's ward every night. My mom, because this man that you saw here, if I come out the next day, say he has died. Though. He died last night. People were every single day. People they pass in that. People, see here, in Nigeria supporting this government. I will beg you, please, just do me this favor. Visit one federal hospital. Please visit one federal hospital. Then you will understand the country that you're in. You think they don't know what is happening and they're traveling abroad for their own checks. Our hospital, our nurses and our health practitioners are desensitized to humanity. They don't even have human feelings anymore. That's what the Nigerian system have done to them. The working condition is a sacrilege. They still work under those conditions. So why would they even care? They look at life, human life, like normal thing. People, they die every single day in that country. We're just the statistics in that country, and it has to change. But guys, thank you so much. Let me just pass the mic. IJ, please come in here.
Hello, good evening, Sirdam.
Good evening, my sister. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening. This your story is very, very touching. I didn't know what to say anymore. Really, I didn't know what to say.
Come on, say something. One reality that I've known is that we're all going to die. I've come to that terms with that one. It's just, what do you do in life, and people remember you for what you have done. Nobody's going to leave you alive. But let it be heard that we did something. So it's part of it. But thank you so much. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hi, God, Nigeria. I pray in our own time for Nigeria to be good. Really, like what you said about some voices that will go low from the end of this year going on. I believe what you said. Do you know why I believe it? Because before you said it, earlier this year, Very Dark Man has come out to say it. He said that a lot of influencers has been compromised, that a lot have been bought. Even himself, but they couldn't buy him. Even Tunde Ednot, they offered him 250 million to stop talking about P2B. Tunde rejected it. So it's not surprising that a lot that is being bought on social media will start acting it from the end of this year going on. But one thing is sure, they will not go unpunished. All these bloods that are being wasted because of bad government, they will also share from it. Because whatever anybody does in this world, you will get your reward. Even if you don't get it now, you will get it later. This administration is so terrible and wicked that sometimes I ask myself, all this money that they are using to bribe people, why can't they use it to better the life of Nigerian citizens? I ask myself this question. Now, they say they are renovating airports. It is a lie. This is an avenue to pack money for election. They say Toddland Main Bridge or whatever bridge they are calling it, under it, something spoiled that they are going to do it with billion or trillion. It is an avenue to save money for election. Why can't they use all this money to better the life of Nigerians? Is it difficult? Our chief of staff, of army staff or whatever, telling us to go and learn Kung Fu, Jackie Chan, to protect ourselves. Where does it happen on earth? That people that are meant to protect us are telling us to go and learn karate, to go and learn Kung Fu, to come and start defending ourselves, while they are using our money to pay you people your salary. Where does that happen? It's only in Nigeria. That chief of army staff will tell the citizen to go and learn all these things to defend yourself because they can no longer defend us. It's only in Nigeria that a civilian without gun is chasing kidnappers, while police and army that are meant to chase them are running away. Where does it happen? All this money, can't they use it to better the life of Nigerians? And recently, they went to Turkey. Everybody saw that. Our own book was empty. And other African countries, we are showing what they can offer. While giant of Africa can offer nothing. And still, people are supporting this administration. And there is, yesterday, in the life of Abasu, there's one video that he played. I think you have said something about it here, where it is now obvious that all these people that are campaigning for them online are being paid monthly to campaign for them. I told Abaso to use that thing to make video so that we are going to repost it. How can you be paying people for propaganda, but you cannot pay salaries? Where does that happen? This is insane. This is insane. Everything in Nigeria is just upside down. People are now using lizard to make food in the villages.
Hey!
In my life last week, somebody came to tell me that people are using lizard now to make food because they cannot buy meat in the market. I was like, what is really going on? Nigeria that is not at war. People that is fighting war are making food normally, eating, but Nigerians nothing. And our president is gallivanting, paying people to promote them. But one thing I believe in this world, whatever you do, if you now plan to kill somebody, but it's not you that shoot the gun, as long as you have the idea and you know when they planned it and you equally get it. That is my belief, and that is what the Bible said. So all these people that they have not gone, or they will be silent, the punishment that they will get, they will equally get it, because they are the one that is trying to confuse Nigerians not to go for the right thing. But I believe by God's special grace, come 2027, PW will mount that throne. That is my belief.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you very much. God. Man, Nigerian politicians are just evil. Ah, people they chop lizard. Ha! May God help us. So my own is just to tell Nigerians, please, please, my sister, if you could mute IJ, thank you very much. Thank you. Please, it's important to understand that getting this information is one thing, passing it out there is another thing. APC are actually weaponizing poverty. It is actually a game plan, weaponize poverty, so that during the next elections, if you come and give people 2 cups of rice and give them 500 naira, 2 people to share, they can sell their vote for it. Because when a man is hungry and poor, the man even loses focus. I think that there's this man, one of these transistor senators, Sani, where he said he met some people and he told them, and then they don't say their vote. They said that if as long as it is not, I don't know how he put that in, but if he's the one that is going to pay, as long as he's the one paying them, they will not sell their vote to other people. Many Nigerians are already programmed to even see vote buying, election as a season for them to be able to recuperate some of their wealth that has been stolen. So it's important for us as Nigerians to understand that we have to educate Nigerians, our brothers and sisters, our siblings. We have to do the work. We that know, because we don't have the resources these criminals have to keep Nigerians in poverty. We don't have the media outreach they have to use propaganda to keep Nigerians down. There are places you go to in Nigeria and they tell them that Tinubu have built Coastal Road now. They don't know that they have not built up to 5% of that. What's 5%? They have not built up to 2% of the Coastal Road. They don't know. But propaganda is they have built Coastal Road. So we have to understand the people we are dealing with and help educate Nigerians. It is incumbent upon us to do it. If we are not doing it, that is the only confidence in the have and rigging, which we are going to see come back to our rig and pie. But that, as we are moving in now, we'll start our campaign of rig and pie. We have to come back to it. Thank you, IJ. Santiago, if you can hear me, sir, please welcome. Good evening. Yeah, and nepotism. My brother Dre. All right, Santiago, I don't think you're there. But please, guys, let's keep the likes going up. Liverpool FC, it's been a while. You guys rigged today now. I don't rig today, go win match. But M for Mickey, let me bring into the conversation. Welcome. Good evening. M for Mikey. M for Mikey, can you hear me? Santiago cannot hear me. Guys, am I audible? Am I audible, please? All right. So let's please, Santiago, if you can, when you come back, just let me know. M for Mikey, this is Ibotic Pride. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, please come to the conversation. Good evening.
Good evening. Well, I didn't start this thing with you guys. I didn't even hear the same before. I guess you guys are talking about Nigeria's governance and other things that comes along with it. Truth be told is that Nigeria is a third country. And I don't think there's any remedy to it. We could have a stopgap, For example, when Jonathan was president, it was like we had a stopgap treatment to the issues of Nigeria in the sense that he made things work. But what happened? He stayed there barely just 4 years and left. Then we had 8 years of disaster, which Tinubu has continued. So any other person that comes, let's say Peter Obi, that everyone is clamoring for, he has already agreed to a 4 years single term. If he comes in, there's going to be a stopgap, treatment that he's coming to do. When he goes and power goes back to the north, you come back to square one. So what we have, the issue with Nigeria is a fundamental problem, foundational problem. We must redefine Nigeria. We must recongregate Nigeria. I see people talk, lament, blah blah blah. The politicians, see, when a politician is failing, he plays the tribal card, and each time it works. And you say that this politician will stop doing it when they know that it works. Never, they won't. You see Tinubu that have never dashed majority of the people supporting him money before. His children and his wife, his grandchildren are living like prince and princess. Why the people supporting him because of the card he played for them are sleeping in slums. Most of them go days without eating. But because of my brother, So what we should be discussing for me is how to solve the fundamental problems of Nigeria, how to renegotiate Nigeria. Peter Obi is going to come there, and let me tell you guys something. Before some of these guys even become this president or whatever, there are lots of negotiation that goes in. There are lots of promises that are made, and most of them, they even become president and become a shadow of themselves because they have to negotiate, they have to renegotiate, they had to do some things before they get the concurrence of other members to vote for them or rig for them or do whatever. So my own is this. We have to do more. We have to do more. We have to renegotiate Nigeria. I'm not a fan of dividing Nigeria. Dividing Nigeria does nobody any good. But we have to. Many things need to be tweaked. The constitution, the way Mike Ezekome has been going about clamoring for it, the constitution has to be renegotiated. A lot of things has to be done. Every group needs some form of what is it called? Some form of freedom from each other. Nigeria has to stay. Nigeria has to exist, but the way we are running it has to change. It has to change. And this old cargoes needs to go. Imagine the North forming a Northern blah 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 Congress that before you become president, you come and talk to them, you come and do this and that with them. What do you think they are doing? For you to come and talk to them, you have to agree to some certain things. They will give you some things to sign, and every other group is adopting these things. And like the country is just built to fail. That country foundationally is meant to fail. Nobody can achieve anything as president in that country. If you even try to do anything reasonable, they will kick you out. You saw how Jonathan was disgraced out of office, even though he was a good president. But Buhari, who was a failure, completed his 8 years. And the way Tinubu is going, trying to use his paper and put in every reasonable decision-making office in Nigeria. You guys think that a president have the power to put who will be our next chairman and remove the next chairman any day he wants. He has already put his personal Supreme Court judgment. All the cases that are going to Supreme Court is just going to one direction. If it's what Wike wants, that's what he will rule on. If it's what Tinubu wants, that's what he will rule on. Okay, look at the case that was taken to Supreme Court. The case that has to do with Fobara being removed. as governor from Rivers State, which is unconstitutional. In fact, in a working country, Tinubu should have been impeached by now because he breached the constitution which is sworn to defend. A president does not have power to even suspend a commissioner. I mean, I say commissioner. What is it even called?
A governor.
In a councillor, yes, a councillor, because commissioner is appointed. A president does not have the power to suspend a councillor because a councillor was elected into office the way he was elected. A president don't have any power to remove any elected individual from office as long as that person was elected by the people. Only the people have the right to remove him. President that was elected as a governor does not have any constitutional right or authority to remove a governor. But we live in a country where a president woke up one morning and decided that he will suspend the voice of the people by suspending a governor. Do you know how constitutional that is? In a reasonable country, he should have been impeached by now. The governor shouldn't have obliged to his nonsense illegal suspension. It wouldn't have worked. But we live in a country where, crazy things happen.
So, Emotic Pride, I want to I want to engage you. Your time is up, but I want to just engage you a little bit, right? So when you talk about foundational problems, that Nigeria they have to fix the foundational problems. How do they fix this foundational problem? What's your idea? Let me know.
Okay, so sometimes when we say things, many of us have done because of it's against what we believe in. We don't like listening to it, but I will plead with you to anything I say, go back home this evening, or I don't know the country where you're based or time. Go back and think about it. Nigeria must exist. I believe in Nigeria because with the size, because every nation needs size, needs people and whatever. And we are in a privileged position where we are the most populous black nation on earth. So we have to maintain that. But the foundational problem of Nigeria that I'm talking about is that when you force people together, what you get is chaos. For example, when you bring water, oil, resin, or whatever, put them in a gallon, it will never mix. As much as we want to deceive ourselves, the fact remains that we that call ourselves Nigerians today are different people. How are we different? We are different in ideology. Our perception to life is different. Our religion is different. There are many things that make us different. You understand? So how do we coexist? Just like Awolowo said in the early 1960s and late 1950s, that we must understand that we are different, appreciate our differences, then we can work together. And I believe that we have to give ourselves some level of freedom, some level of space. Trying to force ourselves together and move along can never work. We'll be causing harm to ourselves. So we need some form of space. There is this idea of government that I came about. This is my own thinking. Because I see people say that we should go back to regional system of government. We should go back to the 2 regions, like the 4 regions. Most of these people don't understand that when Nigeria started out as 2 regions, it lasted only 3 years before Midwest broke out from the Western region. They entered 4 regions. And there were other groups campaigning to even leave and form a region of their own before the coup happened. So what I have come about, what I'm proposing, this is my own thinking, is what I call ethnic regionalism. This is what Nigeria needs. Some people might think that, it's divisive. Let me tell you, go to a country like Canada. Go to a country like
Emotic Pride, just go, drop it.
I see that what Nigeria needs is what I call ethnic regionalism. Every ethnic group in Nigeria, or groups that agree to be one, to function as one, needs to turn to a state or a region of its own and exist and form their own constitution, form their own law, whatever, but still exist in Nigeria. And I'll give an example with Canada. Most people hear Canada, but Canada is literally like two different countries. And inside two different countries, there are now subnationals. In Canada, some parts speak French, some parts speak English. The areas like Montreal, Quebec, they speak French. And they have a completely different constitution from places like Ontario. But they are still existing as one Canada. They are not killing themselves over it. Quebec speak French, completely different constitution, completely different laws, but they are inside Canada. Now, if you now go to the area that speak English, which is the Ontario, the Albertas and whatever, you have places that are still different, like that are preserved for the indigenous people. Places like Saskatchewan, which is Saskatchewan or whatever, which is the indigenous people. They have a different constitution and different outlook to things as well, but they are existing as Canada.
Saskatchewan.
Yes. So we I don't know why, you will tell a Nigerian this thing and they will get angry. Oh, you want to divide Nigeria? Oh, you're divisive. No, you are not using your common sense. These countries have been existing way before us, but they gave themselves freedom, they gave themselves space, and they are succeeding. Why can't we replicate the same thing in Nigeria? You go to United States, practicing through federalism. States have their own laws. You see places like Texas, they have their own laws. Some places allow citizens to carry gun. Some places don't allow citizens to carry gun. Some places abortion is allowed. Some places abortion is not allowed. These are different. This is how it is. You must respect the people's perception to life. And that is one thing we are not doing in Nigeria. We are forcing everybody to do the same thing. And that's why we are having problem.
All right, just pause, my brother. Pause. Let's digest what you've said. I honestly will not say I disagree with what you're saying here, because what you're saying actually to me is making sense. There's no even I cannot even antagonize what you're saying or say I'm against what you're saying, because honestly speaking, it is making sense. But the truth of the matter is that the people that are running this country, they will not want this to happen. Right? They will not want this to happen, because for them, the enslavement of Nigeria is a duty that it's a patriotic duty to them that must go on. And the people that brought us together, that is our creators. Many Nigerians don't understand that Nigeria is actually a business. Nigeria was actually sold. They sold Nigeria. Now, business people, Unilever, let's get Nigeria before. Unilever buy Nigeria. For how much? When I read that story, I went mad. A company sell Nigeria. Company saying that them get this Nigeria sell us. So I am not even going to argue with you when you say the foundation is flawed. It is not a lie, except people that don't want to tell themselves the truth. And where I have a problem, or I do not agree with you, is probably from when your earlier submission, where you're talking about that no president can fix the country. I do not agree with you on that aspect, and this is where I'm coming from. We have not had a president or a people that have understood or have the awareness. Royal Niger Company, God bless you. Thank you very much. That's it. Royal Niger Company. We have not had the people that understand or are aware of the political consciousness of the country right now, as it is right now. It has never been so high as it is today. If you can both agree on that. So what happened with Jonathan was able to happen because Nigerians were not politically aware. We were played. We were used. I know who they open space, who they come do TikTok live, or there was no TikTok during Jonathan, but there were meetings, there were meeting points. There was Instagram, there was Twitter. Nigerians were bamboozled. Nigerians were lied to. So I will not buy into that. Please, Shinje, please mute your mic, my brother. I don't know if I did it intentionally, but please, I will not buy into that argument that a president cannot, or that the constitution as it is right now itself cannot work. The problem is that the constitution as it is right now is not being implemented. Do we have a faulty foundation? Yes. Two truths can coexist. But as it is right now, even what we have right now, if we implement it, Nigeria will still work. I had a podcast that I talked about just this last budget. The money that this Akpabio and his gang in the Senate inflated the budget to over, is it 6 point something? That's 6 point something trillion naira or so. The inflated amount. And on that podcast, I listed over 21 major federal infrastructures as broken down by my friend. Tomorrow I'm going to break it down again here, because I think that should be a reminder to Nigerians. What these guys inflated, the money that they are going to loot from the Senate, the projects that money can do in Nigeria in the space of 2 years. If any government do that project, I bet anything that Nigerians will rally and vote that government into power back again, because Nigerians are very, very easy to please. But we are dealing with a set of criminals that will not even do anything. They are not there to plunder. They are actually slaves of they are slaves of the owners of Nigeria. So for me, when you get in a president that is the people's president, a president that knows that I owe my diligence and my accountability to Nigerians, not to my tribe or my religion or the powers that be, that kind of a president will work, even if he does 50% of what he promises to do. 50% will be enough, because Nigerians on our own, we are ingenious in nature. We are people that break boundaries. Nigerians are creative in nature. We will build. Tinubu made a statement while I was on vacation, and he said, I am pleading with Nigerians in diaspora, please come back home. I was expecting that by now, 70% of Tinubu supporters in diaspora will be back home, because their Oga have told them to come back home. But I can bet that since that statement, not even 5 people, what is 5? Not even 2 came back. And it's not to say that Nigerians in diaspora don't. In fact, I'm of the opinion that Nigerians in diaspora will fix Nigeria before any government even comes in. Just make sure that Nigerians in diaspora understand that Nigeria is now safe. Nigeria is now secured. Our economy is no longer fluctuating. Our economy is stabilized. And the basic amenities is provided. How can Bangladesh, that was poorer than us 10 years ago, be doing like 10 times the amount of electricity that we are producing in Nigeria today? Give Nigerians just these basic amenities, and watch Nigerians in diaspora come back home to fix the country. But Nigerians in diaspora will never come back home to fix a country that they know that they come back from. Look at it, it was a news, someone that came back from Australia in Enugu State last month or last 2 months. That was unalived. He just came back to rest. Pew, you don't go. Where the life of the citizens are not, a cow has more life value than a Nigerian, then that country cannot work. So for me, these things are things that you don't even need to talk about the foundational problem. These are problems that can be solved by any right-thinking government. So I don't believe that we need to even fix the foundation first. It is important to, I'm not saying foundational problems are not important. It is important to fix the foundational problems. But for now, as it stands, any right-thinking government that can come in, tackle insecurity, tackle corruption. I say this all the time. You see these 2 things, insecurity and corruption. If you can tackle these 2 things, you have solved 60% of Nigerian problems. Because if you tackle insecurity and you tackle corruption, every sector in Nigeria will automatically stand up. You don't have to do much as a president. Now there I leave on. But let's keep the conversation going, guys. Thank you so much for all of you joining us. Guys, let's run the lives to 100,000 likes real quick. We're at 88K. We are very, very, very slow today. I know it's because we're just coming back. I see all of you, over 1,000 plus of you on X and YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry I went on break for those that are just joining us. Jay, yes, I went on a short break, but I had to come back because duty calls and we have to talk about our country. It's important to keep talking about the country. The reality of what's happening, that APC is destroying this country. It's 10 years now, 10 years of no returns. In 10 years, nations have turned their countries around. In 10 years, nations have turned their hell to heaven on earth. In 10 years, nations have moved from developing countries to well-developed countries. In 10 years, 10 years is enough time to turn Nigeria to one of the strongest countries on earth. 10 years is too much time. Unfortunately for us, we have wasted 10 years with APC and nobody's talking about it. They are even having the audacity to gaslight Nigerians and tell Nigerians that Ghana is also suffering. So if Ghana is suffering, so what? And so what? If Ghana is suffering, it doesn't mean Nigerians should suffer. The people that they went to even pay came out, and I saw some of the tweets saying that at least in Ghana there's no insecurity, there is no this thing, there is no shortage of electricity. At least a Ghanaian can walk across, can walk for 10 kilometers in the middle of the night. Can you do that in Nigeria? Even in Maitama, even in the choicest of places in Nigeria today, you cannot walk in the night alone. That is how unsecured and unsafe Nigeria have become under these criminals in power. At least previously, 10 years ago, it was restricted to a certain region in the country, but now it is now widespread. Insecurity is everywhere. Who wants to come and... So Tinubu has traveled and he has visited over 40-something countries in the space of 2 years. Not one company has come back to Nigeria to invest with him. Does he think those companies are stupid? Those countries going to are stupid? And does he think the investors in those countries are stupid? The businessmen there are stupid? Don't you know that they see what's happening on social media? Or that they read Nigerian news? Who will want to come and invest in a country whereby your workers, you can't invest, you did they build, if you just come collect all your workers, you go begin pay ransom. Who won't come that kind of country? Every single day there's a kidnapping in that country. Every single day. You're junketing around the world, borrowing money. Your wife, they drive convoy, over 100 cars. Who give her work? Who voted for your wife to be the first lady? Over 100 cars. Then the Japanese are looking at you. This man come, they beg us for money. His wife living in luxury. Over 100 cars in a convoy. It's madness. And I'm seeing some Nigerians that write to the comment section. If you like, when your own person become president, make him drive Volvo now. Ha! Or the person who do this APC people this in we have a long way to go. But my happiness, I say this all the time, my only consolation, my greatest consolation is that I know that Nigerians are awoken to the fact that we understand that APC is a cancer that has to go. Forget all these elections, all these offshoot elections where they rig them, where is entire power, they retain power. That one is not it. Them, they know the truth. That they need to buy the voices of Nigerians. They need to bribe their way to stay back. It is not Nigerians validating them there. It is now up to us Nigerians to understand and create avenues, drive conversations, drive narratives to wake up Nigerians to understand what we have to do to save ourselves, because nobody's coming to save us. Now we go save Nigeria. It is in our hands. It is in our hands. Look at Kaduna. Please, meanwhile, M for Mikey or Santiago, if you're here, if any of you are here, just let me know. I'm just speaking to create time in case any of you are here. Just let me know. I'll bring you guys up. But look at Kaduna State. The hospital that they went at, that they answered, they used Tinubu's name to open. The hospital where they made the Tinubu name. Tinubu.
I have a question.
My brother, please ask me. I beg, I can hear you. Shoot, Chingy, shoot your question.
Oh, okay. This the way it be say the numbers where they religious in our society and we know they interested in politics. What do you think so we need to do to wake the church up?
Okay. Oh, I feel waking the church up is something that I don't say the church, the religious bodies. I don't want to limit it to the church because the church is one aspect, the mosque is another aspect, right? I feel it is upon you. Just please mute your mic, my brother. Mikey, okay, M for Mikey. I see. I'm going to call you now. Please just mute, please. Thank you. I feel that these bodies are actually the major problems we have in the country. And I feel like it's incumbent on us as Nigerians that are aware. And I'm not saying this like I'm castigating religion. No, I'm a religious person, right? I believe that there's God. I'm working and striving every day that I want to make heaven. I'm saying it all the time. I don't hide it anywhere. If you follow me on my platforms, you know, Sirdam, they follow God, right? But I do not also hide from the fact that I know that in religion has become a tool to subjugate Nigerians, not to stand up for their rights. I'm not oblivious of that fact. So for me, what I'm doing and what I advise people to do, it don't come from a position of attack. Especially when you're dealing with people that have been, many people are in that religion because they were born into it. I'm not in that religion. I'm not doing Christianity or following God because I was born into it, yes, but I discovered God for myself. So my life is a testimony. I've shared one with you guys already on this platform already. So I understand divinity. I understand that nobody can convince me that there's no God because I have seen God work in my life. I am a witness. I'm a testimony that there's a God. And it is not me gathering, going to one pastor to brainwash me to tell me that there's God. No, I found God for myself. So I understand that Nigerians, because the majority of Nigerians are actually looking for miracles. That's why all these churches are filled up. And that's why if a new place comes up tomorrow and they say, that place they're hot, you see people migrate. They're not even saving new souls. What they're finding is old souls that are looking, they're harvesting themselves. So when you want to reach out to such people, I feel like when you reach out with an attacking tone, you automatically set it up for them to go on the defensive. I feel like we should have conversations whereby we can openly talk about the adverse effects of religion in Nigeria, not from the position of anger, even though we have every reason to be angry with them, but from the position of educating our fellow brothers and sisters. And you that you are aware of this, you talk to your people, talk to your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters, let them understand. Those that that are ingrained into these thoughts. Because I see no reason why a man of God, a so-called man of God, will be preaching wealth in the second most poorest nation on earth. It doesn't match. There is no correlation. So when you talk to people from this angle and expose them to see their reality and understand that CEO, understand these nuances. I'm not attacking your church or your religion or anything, but I'm telling you that look well, see well. You start opening people's eyes. One step at a time. Nigeria is a highly religious country. And we don't hide it. We carry God, we carry religion, not God. We carry religion. We know they fear God for Nigeria. We know they fear God. We they follow religion. Because if we they fear God, Many of people, they stand as men of God today, we would have washed them away because they do not stand or represent God on earth. These men are just for themselves and for the system. They are the ones enabling. Because I will ask myself, I say, how can you fix and say 4 months of fasting and tell people to come to church on a Monday morning? How can people, what are people doing in church or in a worship place on a Monday morning? That is the most busiest day of the week. And they come out there and you're telling them to pray for wealth, pray for job, pray for this on a Monday. So they're in tandem with the government to keep the people subjugated so people cannot think and question the government. Because I asked myself, I said, look at the crusades our men of God are having. If these people are on that, stand on that pulpit and say, from here we are marching to so and so ground, they will shut down any state. But they will not do this because many of them are SPVs for these politicians. How do you think these your governors launder money? How do you think these your governors wash money? How do you think they do it? Many of religious bodies, a man came out and said, I need somebody to bring 1 billion. If I want to launder 1 billion, I give him the 1 billion. I come and collect. He collects his 30%. I collect my 70%. Business done. It's business to many of these people. So we have to educate our people from an angle of love, not attack them to understand. You can love this man, love his message. In fact, I read it in the Bible yesterday or today, where Christ was talking about the Pharisees. He said, listen to what they say, do what they say, but don't do what they do. What they are telling you is true. They are preaching, but don't follow their lifestyle because their lifestyle is not my lifestyle. No. We cannot be passing through what we're passing through today. And we have men of God that control millions of people, and they're not channeling their people to open their eyes to understand that Nigeria can work for them. In fact, 80% of our prayer points in Nigeria is in the hands of the government. It's not with God, and God will never fix it. God will never give Nigeria electricity. God will never bring down the naira. God will never stop insecurity. God can only secure you as a person. Maybe you're going out and probably there's an accident going to happen here. God will help you as his child and say, oh, you advert it for you. But that accident will still happen. Some people will go. The moment you leave Nigeria, that's when you know whether you're a Christian or not, or you're a Muslim or not. Because you will see 90% of your prayer point has been answered. So Chingy, that's what I'm going to leave. But let me bring him Mike from M for Mikey. Can you come in right now, please?
Hello, Sirdam.
Good evening, my brother. Welcome.
How you doing?
Thank God.
Sharing your story today, that was amazing. And a lot of people who have faced the kind of challenges and the kind of experience that you have, that Nigerian has done to you, and the system of Nigeria has done to you. Many of them, or many of us, we decided to react or respond to it a lot from a very selfish place. But you turned your experience and made it a campaign to say, look, Nigeria happened to me, and so I feel the plight of every other Nigerian. This could have been any other person. If the system of Nigeria was working, your dad wouldn't have gone the way he left. You wouldn't have faced the kind of trauma you faced as a person. And that experience you saw there, that is what almost 180 million Nigerians face on a daily basis. If it is not from the local governments, it is from the banks. If it's not from the bank, it's the police. If it's not the police, it's the hospital. if it's not the hospital, it is one institution or the other that will bring your life to a traumatic point. A place where you become very subjected and defeated. So you chose to stand on the other side of the liberated to say, even though the experience and the things I faced were not nice, but I choose to not be defeated. I choose to not be subjected, but rather I will channel my pain as a voice for the others. I'm not going to wait here and allow other people face what I have faced, what Nigeria has done to me. I will do whatever it takes to make sure Nigeria does not happen to other people the way it has happened to me. And I salute you for that. And I feel that as best as we can, maybe this should be another thing we do. Let's share our Nigeria story. Like those some idiots who come out and say they're demarketing Nigeria. Oh, these are the people demarketing Nigeria. You cannot demarket Nigeria that is already demarketed. Like, you see, people who are coming to invest. I'm not an idiot, my brother. I don't think Nigeria. Well, as I deal like this, I know people invest for Nigeria at this point, and I am Nigerian.
Exactly.
And it's not that I don't love that country, but I am a realist, and I am somebody that is aware. I am aware. I cannot leave that country to get out to where I am right now, knowing what I know about that country right now, and I want to deceive myself. Sirdam, if you give me $1 billion today to come and live in Nigeria, I will reject it.
Fact.
So because people think that everything is money, you see, Nigerians, we cannot see beyond money, and this is part of the dehumanization. Nigerians have been dehumanized to only live in the realm of money, to think about money and nothing more. It's money, money, money. So I said there is more to life than money. Peace, systems, order, rule of law. These are the things that we need to start talking about. And I'm going to round up on this. You see, there is a current agenda, aggression to mislead Nigeria. You see, APC propaganda drive is on hyper mode, hypersonic mode. People have been paid. People have been, have been employed as, and these are not even intelligent people. So let me tell you what they do. They have the ones that are a bit cerebral, the likes of Renault idiots. That one, his life mission is, to make sure that he make sure that anything Peter Obi comes, anything that goes to Peter Obi comes. I just flew in from New York today because I love this country. You're an idiot. You're stupid idiot. You don't love any country. You have been employed to, be the spokesperson to champion the propaganda against Peter Obi. And that's what he does. So he releases the content, you get it? Then what happens? All the 20K boys, you now see them on social media. They will now start amplifying the stupid facts. Like he calls himself, he speaks facts. The fact that they always have the facts of the mockery and all the other liars, But that's what the nation has been reduced to. So, like I said, I think it is high time we begin to match that energy. You see, what is organic, you cannot compare it for what is paid. They pay 20K. They pay them airtime money. Our own is love for Nigeria. And you see, there is nothing that can beat love. When a man is passionate about something, and people who are just paid to do it, their delivery is different.
True.
You see the passion at which Randy Peters does what he does. You cannot compare it with Renault mockery. Because passion is a fuel. It fuels the truth. It drives it. And so we need to stand up at this point and we need to begin to tear down this propaganda. And if they want to be, we are not going to do propaganda with every time there is propaganda, we bring facts. Every time there is propaganda, we bring facts. And I think we are at that point right now where we need to go on a supersonic mode and begin to drive talk about the Nigeria we want to see. Lastly, so because of time, I know that a lot of us are waiting for 2027. And I've said this, I tweeted this on one of your space when they were talking about INEC and all that. And I said, electoral reform. And I said, back before even Randy's, I said this long before Randy started championing this. I couldn't speak, I just sent it as a text. I said, if we are waiting for 2027, we have missed it already. Whatever needs to be done now, let me tell you, Sir Sirdam, House of Assembly needs to be on. We need to put them on 500 degrees centigrade. Make it a hot. Let them know that it is not going to. These guys passed the bill for national anthem change in 48 hours. But every time it is got to do with things that will benefit the people, you will see committees, subcommittee, this hearing, that hearing. All these things are put there as bottlenecks to make sure that the will of the people is not done. So we now need to stand in that place and say, we are not going to allow this, and everybody needs to be a champion. You need to voice it out. We need to begin to call out every representative. I don't care what party you belong to. I don't care what everybody representing that National Assembly. Let every agenda right now on the table stop. What we want, right? I thought they said they are representing the people. Is that not what they said? So let's make it very clear that we, the people that you are representing, we're saying that we suspend every other thing right now. What we want at the front burner, at the last, immediately you resume your recession, your recess, and you come back to session, the first thing should be the electoral reform. Nothing. Let every other thing come after. Because I see that most of all these political, Peter Obi and all these people championing opposition and all that, they're not even talking about it. They're not talking about it. So let that be on the agenda. And we don't wait. Anything that is going to jeopardize Nigerians' vote counting. You see, if Nigerian votes count, Sirdam, and Peter Obi does not become president, it's a win. It's still a win. It's not about Peter Obi becoming president. If Nigerian votes and the vote was transparent and legitimate, and at the end of the day, whoever can, even if it is Bola Tinubu that still win, at least we know that Nigeria decided to choose him despite all the suffering.
Okay, Mikey, let me engage here right before we move on. And I want to because I've encountered such conversations in the past, and I've always insisted that. In fact, I interviewed Randy. I have a podcast with Randy. You can just go on YouTube and use. Okay, watch. So definitely you have seen I asking this question, and I'm saying this also because of public and for people that share your mindset. APC cannot give what they don't have. One. The political consciousness of Nigerians is not yet at that peak level when Nigerians even understand or can start pushing for electoral reforms. Hear me out. The intentionality of APC to create massive poverty in the country is intentional, that they do it so that they beat down the spirit of Nigerians. So a Nigerian that wakes up in the morning, what that Nigerian is thinking of is, how can I feed? How can I hustle for myself and for my family? How can I treat my sick wife? Have you ever wondered the amount of, if I open my DMs or you on social media first on X, and you see the amount of people asking that with pictures, health issues that need help to pay medical bills. I can't even, in fact, I can't even do anything because I say if the one I have done because of that many people rushing. How many people can you help? So it's intentional for APC to make sure that Nigerians are beat down, that we are beggars. So a beggar is looking for food to eat. A beggar cannot. Who will gun? When Randy was there, I told Randy, I said, my brother, when you call for people to come out and come and meet in Eagle Square, it's not like Nigerians don't want to come out. But that person that is coming out from Kubwa, that used to pay from Kubwa to area 11 before, 150, 200, it is now like 4,000 naira from Kubwa. How can that person, he will calculate his going and coming 8,000 naira? He never chop, he never drink water. What is the incentive for that person to come out and fight for his electoral reforms? It's intentional, these people. So me, I have seen this. And that is why for me, I said, let me take the longer route. And which I believe deep down is the only way out for Nigerians, which is a ballot revolution. There is one time in the history of Nigeria, if you like, could create poverty, if you like, could do everything you want to do as a government. There is one time, a period in Nigeria that all Nigerians, or I will say, millions of Nigerians will be out on the streets, whether you like it or not, is during the general elections. During the general elections, Nigerians will be out on the street across the country in their millions, whether we like it or not. No matter how the economy, no matter how the voters are party, no matter what, at least there will be millions of Nigerians out on the street on election day. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah. I think, I was telling the people, I was watching an interview of a police officer who was complaining about his retirement benefit or something. Remember that topic, And I said, listen, these are the people who are the machinery of the politicians, right?
For Mickey, let me cut you short. So I will wrap up. Then you come. Then maybe when I wrap up, then you might not even need to even say what you want to say. But let me wrap up. During that period of elections, there are millions of Nigerians out on the streets across the country trying to vote. Some trying to come and collect election money. Some just out there participating in the process in our millions. Some people will say the police people are going to be mobilized, military will be mobilized, civil defense will be mobilized, everybody will be mobilized, all the security apparatus in Nigeria will be mobilized during the election period. Facts. But let's do some numbers. We have a Nigerian police force is like, I think 300,000 people. 300,000 plus max.
The armed ones among them are even less.
And the armed ones among them are even less. And in fact, inside that 300,000 plus, I can bet and say maybe 50,000 or 30,000 are being deployed across to politicians and VIPs across the country. The military in the country are not more than 300,000 also. You add civil defense, add everything, we don't have up to 1 million. Exactly. We don't have up to 1 million security force in the country. So the problem that Nigerians have, that we have always had, is the fear of the unknown.
Of being shot.
Exactly. The fear of the unknown. And I've always, in fact, that's what I've been preaching on this platform. That's what I was thinking. Our anthem going 2027 should be a rig and buy elections, because as it is right now, right, the electoral law that we have right now, currently, is enough to validate any elections. Yes, there are loopholes. There are loopholes that they can use. But the problem is that Nigerians still don't understand the power of the people yet. We don't understand the power of the people. If you've been in a stadium, I don't know if you've ever been to any stadium before.
Yeah.
Have you been to any stadium before?
Yeah, of course I have.
Like,
crazy, overwhelming.
Please name the stadium, please, you've been to.
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford is an 80,000 capacity stadium.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
And sometimes 87,000.
Exactly. Okay. When you guys are leaving the stadium, right? Let's use where you're living the stadium, where you're living Old Trafford. That crowd where they see, can 10,000 police contain them?
Nah, no way. No way.
That is just 80,000 people.
Yeah.
That's just 80,000 people. And I give you 10,000 police. You can't contain them if they want to be rude. You can't stop them.
Yeah, you're right. I get you.
So that is where that is the level of awareness I want Nigerians to get to. First, understand the power of the people. If Nigerians understand the power of the people, I am telling you that, and I'm not counting or expecting any revolution or any this. No. It starts on election day. Any election will be the next general election. The highest way people do for Nigerians and say they don't give us election. But if they choose and fix an election day, if we can create an awareness that is so high, I am telling you that if Nigerians come out in their numbers after they vote, they follow their vote from the polling units to the coalition centers, from coalition centers to the state rec. Let's do these numbers again. Let me bring it down again. The lowest vote you get in any state, let's say, is 300,000 people. I'm giving the lowest ever, 300K. Let's say that side of 200K people. Let's say 100,000 decide to stay behind and say, "Na lie, we die here." Tell me the state rec that we see 100,000 people in front of his office shouting, "Our vote must count," that go rig their elections. I want to know that man. I want to know the army or the police will go see 100,000 people. This is the reason why these last elections happened. They could not rig in Kano State. Kwankwasia understand this message I'm saying here. They understand the power of the numbers they have. It's for me. So any people talking election reform, no, I don't care about that. The electoral reform we need to pass to Nigeria is the electoral reform of the Nigerian's mind. If we can educate Nigerians understand the power of the people, Tinubu is a gunner. There is nothing they can do. If Nigerians stand up 100,000 across every state, 100,000 across every state on election day.
I think the aggressive defense should be from every polling booth. It shouldn't just be at the coalition center.
Yeah, no, from polling booth, we're marching to this in coalition center. Mommies and daddies go back home after voting. Young boys and girls, we're marching.
And we have to also sensitize people on how to register and make sure that they're going to vote, because for voter apathy is also what these people use. And like I said, I understand you see, I've got families back home, so I understand. You know, you telling me about like how people come to you and request for this, and you I get that all the time. But I know it's more on your side because you are at the forefront. Like everybody gets to see Sirdam, you know. But even us that are not at the forefront, you know how many inbox messages we get every day about need this, I need that. And sometimes in the midst of it, I chip it into these people like, look, you know that all these things there, you know that the system can solve it. I see all the unhealthy conversation, unhealthy comparison people do there, and people were saying that, oh, if you're earning £1,500 in the UK, don't what kind of stupid talk is that? You are not in the same level with the person who is earning £1 million in Nigeria. I'm saying, who is this idiot talking? And I'm saying, do you know the kind of people that live? Do you know that £1,500 in the UK is benefit money that people get for free for not working? For free, they get that for free. They don't have to lift a pen. The government gives them almost up to 1,500 because they are not working. But you, who is earning £1 million in Nigeria, you think you're a big boy, you probably work in one bank as one of the management staff, and you earn £1 million. And you leave home 7 a.m. in the morning and come home 10 p.m. in the night to earn £1 million that cannot even buy you what? So I don't understand what people I think that people should stop all this. Of course, I know a lot of propaganda is involved. Sirdam, that one I'm even more particular about, because APC are on the aggressive point of showing every ribbon that can be caught right now. If these guys if they buy spoons for the state house, they will cut ribbon for spoons, because there's just this obsession. There's just this people said something. And I was listening to Jimmy Disu, the Money Digest, and he was advising Olubumejo. He was saying, look, guy, you are a star boy. Even in this messed up government, you are one that we know that at least you're doing something and your work is speaking for you. So don't let psycho fans, because the director of the fire department and the director of one other, one of the immigration stuff, bought a full page of newspaper. Do you know how much that cost? Just to wish him happy 2 years anniversary, my brother.
See, Mike. See, Mike. Let's move the mic. Nigeria, they pay me for spirit. See, I was, I think this is like 2 or 3 years ago. I did come back from one shift like that. I see this school. I go shift. I did come back for shift. God is my witness. We did where boss drop us. We go walk out like maybe on that 3 minutes walk to the train station. For there, bike pass me, get accident. Brrr. For our front. Bike, the people fall for our front. We never reach those people. We never waka reach those people. Ambulance don't come.
Yeah.
Where ambulance come from, I don't know. I want mad. I witness accident for my eye. Witness response for my eye.
Yeah.
In my eyes. Hey, now that day I don't say me and Nigeria. No. I will never come back home. No. Nigerians don't understand. Oh yeah, it's good to have you. We my brother Mikey, God bless you. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna do a promo for that. It's going to be a special. I think I'm going to use the violence space for that. We're going to tell a Nigerian story. Come and tell your story, because this is my story. I have to tell it out to the world. The world has to hear my story.
Yeah, this is really, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
God bless you, my brother. Thank you. Because many people don't understand where we're coming from. We have to share our stories out there. Let Nigerians understand.
I've got mine. Trust me. I've got mine.
When I fix that space, probably we'll do it this week or probably next week. But it has to be a well-planned space for Nigerians with enough awareness. Just come and tell your story, your Nigerian story. For Nigerians to understand what we are waiting their fellow Nigerians pass through. When they see some of us shouting, calling this government out, they think it is out of hate or we don't like Tinubu. No.
Everybody has a Nigerian story. Just come and tell yours. That's all. Good, bad, or ugly. If it's been good, tell it.
Tell it.
If it's been nice, just tell us the Nigerian story. That's all.
Thank you, my brother.
Let the world be the judge when people bombard the airwaves about their Nigerian story. God bless you, bro. God bless. Let me just before I come before I come to you, I just want to just share an Indian story. If you're in diaspora and you have Indian friends, ask them. They will tell you this. Majority of Indians in the diaspora, when they work and when they get paid, they send their money back to India, to their account or to their family back in India. They keep their money in they get from the West and send it back because they trust their financial institutions. But me, I did Nigeria when I've been leave small money for Naira for Nigeria. As I they come out some few millions, as I come out, I just say, something I say, change that money to dollar. I go change them to dollar. Leave them for account. When I change it, it pay me. Because the money can't drop. So under Buhari. As I change that to dollar, I just leave them for there. Very small money. The money now, it don't be like times 4. Don't be like times 4. Just on its own. The way the money is, so if I change that money to leave that money in Naira by night, money don't turn to dust. Your money. So how do you expect a person that is hustling hard in diaspora to be sending back his money to be saving back in Nigeria? How? These are those issues that you have to fix as a government.
that will incentivize people to want to invest in the country. But they know they do them. APC will not do it because APC is actually on a mission to destroy Nigeria. APC is on a mission to destroy Nigeria. I'm saying it all the time. My brother, the Astopian, can you hear me? All right, Master P, let me ring my brother. Master P, it's been a while, sir. How are you doing? Good evening. Mr. P.
Yes, I'm here. I was trying to turn on my camera. I went to pick my phone stand because I'm not in my house right now. I deal with some benevolent friends who allowed me to have access to their Wi-Fi. Make I put myself. So I carry my phone stand forward to come here.
Welcome, sir.
I'm in the capital of Burkina Faso, as Ouagadougou. In fact, been here for a while. This country, they know this is like, this country they have 24 hours power supply. They have impressive security situation. So impressive that you can go out at 3 a.m. You can take a stroll, maybe like 1 hour or 2 hours stroll, without any fear of being harassed, without any fear of being robbed by anybody, you know.
What country is that again, please?
Burkina Faso.
Go on.
Yes, Burkina Faso. Nigeria is just dwelling in the realms of past glory, empty boasting, people trying to lose their shoelace in rubbish. You know. How do I even describe Nigeria again? Big brother, giant of darkness, giant of poverty, giant of corruption, giant of backwardness. Because a country where election is coming up in 2027, people are already boasting that they will steal the results. You find people in public places debating whether a normal human being will become president or not. While they are debating that, they are standing with their 2 feet on the ground, that the one that doesn't know his left from his right will definitely steal it. And they don't use the right word, they use the word win. How can you say somebody won when you know the person stole it? So it's very, very discouraging. Visiting a couple of African countries, I visited Benin Republic, that was in March, stayed in Benin Republic for a while. Togo, I didn't stay in Togo, but at least I've been to Togo. And then Burkina Faso, I'm here now. Togo has constant power supply. Benin Republic has constant power supply. Burkina Faso has constant power supply. Nigeria, the giants, doesn't have. They are talking about tariff. You are increasing tariff in darkness. And there's some people will clap for themselves and say, oh, since this man entered in my area, there has been light. Where is your area? VI. Where is your area? Oh, Lekki. Where is your area? Ikoyi. And Nigeria has 36 states plus FCT. Where is your area? You are in FCT. Even in FCT, you are in Gwarimpa, or you are in Gariki, or you are in Wuse, or you are in Asokoro. You tell me there is constant power supply in Asokoro. What happens to the other 35 states? What happens? You see, we have resources that people are just busy stealing and people are clapping for them. People are so foolish enough to record Mr. President in Lagos. We have seen videos, especially in Lagos. They will clap stopping more than 100 vehicles. Papa, see president, they get level. The man that is talking have not eaten. When he's done doing his video, he doesn't even have data to post it. And then people just celebrate rubbish. And the most disgusting is the one this man just talked last, the other person was talking. The most disgusting and the most stupid discussion any normal human being can have is that somebody earning 1 million in Nigeria is better than somebody earning $3,000 in America. I say, I don't know how foolish people can be to discuss nonsense and try to make sense out of it. I say, the more you try to make sense, the more I see how stupid you are in trying to make sense. How can you compare 1 million naira to $3,000? You see, some people actually travel, but their mind doesn't travel. Their mind, why some people travel to America, their mind travel to AKC, one village in Edo State. That's where their mind goes. So while they are in a country where people are thinking meaningfully, they don't think. They can't reason straight. CFA, go and change money. $1,000 in this country. If you change it to CFA, it will give you $1,000. It will give you 550,000 CFA. Go and change $1,000 in Nigeria. The worst you get is 1.5 million. That's the worst you get. Say the dollar don't fall, 1.5 million. What does that tell you? It means that the money here is almost times 3 in terms of value. It's almost times 3 of Nigeria. And then we have a human being that is running the country that said he believes in teamship, that said he's using the best hands, whereby the best hand in Yemi Kadoso does not know that in order to take care of inflation, the kind of inflation that Bala Blue caused, it is not increase in interest rate. It is not to mop up the naira in circulation, because the naira in circulation is only big in the year, but it is not as big as what it should be in circulation. I think these people are so crazy that sometimes we who did economics in secondary school, we even know better than these ones that have PhD in economics, running the economy and running it on the ground. You just want to use one principle for all, when that one principle doesn't work for all. Because the normal thing they read in school, which he is trying to apply, is when there is too much money in circulation, people will tend to disrespect money. They will tend to disregard money. So some people's behavior towards money can have this kind of disdain behavior. For example, let me break it down like this. If a man gives pocket money to his children, a man has 5 children, he gives pocket money to them, and the pocket money is 200 naira each for the week. The day the man decides to give them 2,000 naira each for the week, there is tendency that one of his children, or 2 or 3, because they now have 2,000 at their disposal, whereby it's 200 they need, they have 1,800. Some of them may want to buy things they don't need. Some of them may want to spend money more than it's necessary. For example, I want to buy moi moi, and they sell the moi moi at 5 naira. I can say, because I have 2,000, let me buy 10 pieces of moi moi when I can eat only 2. Then when I finish buying the 10, 8 will now waste. Or I can look up and say, you go try to, if this person can beat this other person, I will give you 2 moi moi. So you now begin to cause confusion with the extra money you have. Some people can have the tendency of, they just take the note, they tear it into pieces and say, take, I dash you, carry. So people can now begin to abuse the money because they have too much money in their hand. It simply means that somebody may want to buy a shoe that would have cost 20 naira. If you tell him it's 20 naira, I will tell you it's too cheap. I need something expensive. You know why? Because he has too much money. So if these 5 children who would have bought that shoe for 20 naira each will now want to compete and say, oh, the shoe you bought this is fake, then they will now go and buy that same fake shoe for 100 naira. It means the person selling shoe will increase his shoe price from 20 naira to maybe 50 naira or 100 naira because more people are willing to pay more for the shoe, not because of the quality, but because they have more money available. So in such situation, when there is too much money in circulation, people will tend to want to spend more to get less. And when they begin to do that, there's going to be a kind of cost push, inflation. The cost will begin to go up unnecessarily because people have plenty money to spend. That is when you now see people spending money on some kind of nonsense leisure. They can now say, let me go and patronize this babe. Give the babe money and tell her, do something crazy. The babe would have collected, let's say, 100 naira. Because you have 2,000, you don't know what to do with it. You say, do something crazy for me. I'll give you 500 instead of 100. So when people have too much money, one says, too much money in circulation, like the Yahoo boys do, houses are going up. They tell them what is the amount of the house. They have many money. So because they have plenty money, they don't see that money as expensive. They say, okay, they'll take it. So now other people will find it difficult to pay for houses. So all of these things, one of the ways that the central bank can control inflation is when they see that there's too much money in circulation, they can now begin to mop the money through fiscal policies. And one of those fiscal policies they do is to increase interest rates so that they can mop up the cash through the commercial banks. But now, this principle does not work in every situation whereby you now have more money in circulation. For example, when Buhari was there, officially dollar was 460. So if somebody had $10,000 under Buhari, $10,000 will convert to 4.6 million. So that person has 4.6 million naira, which is equivalent to $10,000. Now, Tinubu came in and destroyed it, played to the gallery, followed the IMF advice, devalue your money. He did. So we have floated the naira. He's counting it as gain to him. Meanwhile, he has used it to destroy the economy further. Now, $10,000 is now equal to 15 million. So what Cardoso does not know is that the money in circulation did not increase because people now have plenty of money. It only increased because our money value decreased. So our money value decreased. Therefore, it is still $10,000 that this man has, but now it is 15 million. Cardoso is thinking like we are still in Buhari's administration. So whereby somebody is supposed to have 4.6 million, the person have 15 million. So Cardoso is thinking that this man is not spending unnecessarily. The man wants to buy a Lexus 350 that was sold for 7 million. Now, the same Lexus 350 that was sold for 7 million, if you wanted to buy it, you will need like, let's say around $15,000 or thereabouts to buy the vehicle. That's what you will need. Now, Lexus 350 is now 25 million. The same Lexus 350. But the money the naira to mobilize to buy the Lexus 350 have tripled. So instead of going to pay 7 million or 7.5 million as the case may be, he will now mobilize 25 million to go and pay. By the time the car dealer gets 25 million in his hands, instead of 7.5 million, the value of that 25 million that he has have not necessarily changed if you compare it to dollar. But the amount in the ear of a Nigerian in Nigeria have changed. So it's plenty money in the ear of a Nigerian. But in terms of value, it is still the same. So for Cardoso to
especially with the fact that we are a highly importation dependent country.
Exactly. So for them to think of what to do, they are increasing interest rates. And by increasing interest rates, they are further discouraging manufacturers. They are discouraging people that are going to go for loan facility to do business. So now you brought hardship by devaluing the naira, and you call it a plus to your government. You are bringing a further hardship by increasing the interest rate. So Nigeria's economy is in a state of confusion, and the economy is now balanced in the confusion. It's steady in the confusion.
Oh.
So a mogul, we hear that the economy is now steady, it's not stable. He is taking the stability to mean that the economy is making progress. You can be stable in the mud. Somebody can be in the mud and be stable inside the mud. That does not mean that it's on dry ground. It's not. It's just that it's in the mud, but it's not shaking inside.
Exactly. Just let me help you guys, because there's one. I stumbled on one guy that one guy that was totally anti Tinubu. I believe they have bought his voice now. He said, "Now the economy is stable." He said that now that currency that before dollar we have two prices of dollar. I said that, but now it is one. I was like, when we had two prices of dollar from 450 to, let's say, maybe 600 black market price, is it not better that I'm having that fluctuation than for you to now tell me that we are stable at 1,500 plus? What is the sense in it? I prefer the instability of the dollar, of the naira, when it was at 450 to 600 black market. I prefer to buy black market than to come and buy original one price at 1.5. It is madness.
Exactly. It's as simple as that. So people are celebrating. Oh, see, do you know another thing I've discovered? In this country, in Burkina Faso, minimum wage here, because I've interacted with people, the cheapest, the poorest pay you can get a month is 40,000 CFA. That's the poorest pay. Somebody who is working in a beer parlor, for example, is 40,000 CFA.
Which is equivalent to what?
40,000 CFA is almost 120,000 naira. Because
APC.
1,000 CFA is equal to 2,800 naira.
APC.
1,000 CFA is 2,800 naira.
APC. What APC don't do Nigeria?
Somebody that has 1 million CFA has 2.8 million naira. They destroyed the economy, and they are still talking. They are still talking.
APC carry Nigeria economy.
Some people don't think straight. Tell you, there are people in Nigeria that have money. There are people. Nigeria still has the richest black man. If the richest black man is in Nigeria, how does that help the man in Ogbomoso? How does that help the bike rider in Uruguay?
Sefa is now stronger than it's now 2 times the price of naira. Sefa.
It's almost 3 times the price of naira.
Sefa. Hey, APC.
Do you know that?
APC. No.
I went to, because I see bikes, a lot of bikes, because a lot of people here are mobile. A lot of people are mobile. A lot of adult citizens are mobile. So I went to check the price of those bikes that I always see people riding. Do you know the cheapest of those bikes is 550,000 CFA? It ranges from 550,000 CFA down to 4 million CFA. Then there are cars. Now I ask myself a question. If majority of the adults I see ride at least that 550,000 CFA bike, it shows that the economy is stable enough for a hustler
To be able
to
to
walk and buy that bike
exactly.
and be using it.
Exactly.
When we now go to Nigeria and see the population of cars in Nigeria, the population of cars in Nigeria may even be almost the population of this country. But the question you now ask yourself, who are those that can afford it in Nigeria? Because this is where people deceive themselves. They just use physical look, things are just happening, and then they just judge. If you want to compare in terms of infrastructural development, this country is far backward compared to Nigeria in terms of infrastructural development. But when you now look at the resources that this country have and the way they use it, if Nigeria was using our resources, Nigeria would have been like New York.
For context, let me help you. Burkina Faso got independence the same year with Nigeria, 1960. I don't know the month, but I can't remember the month, but 1960. And from 1960 till 3 years ago, they had only 3,000 plus kilometers of tarred roads. 3,000 plus kilometers of tarred roads. So they were under bondage through all their past. The French colonizers with their puppet masters kept that country in bondage. So the infrastructural wise, they were dead. So I understand your state saying that they are very poor infrastructurally. It is no argument. But this man has come in, and in 3 years' time, he's performing wonders. He has nationalized many of their resources. Their gold is no longer going out. Mine it here, process it here. In Burkina Faso. So you can see things that are going on currently in the country. Just please, let not be as I'm speaking in your Ouagadougou right now. Are you seeing infrastructural progress currently occurring in the country or not?
Yes. There's massive road construction.
Okay.
Buildings springing up. When you see government buildings here, they are very clean. Like in Edo State, the former governor that left, he maintained government buildings, renovated them to the point that the finest buildings in Edo State were the government buildings. Unfortunately, APC didn't like it. They kicked them out of office. Go and look at Edo State today with the D7 governor. They have started destroying infrastructures. They've gone back to the manual. Come to Burkina Faso. Exactly what the former governor of Edo State did. That's what you see. When you see government buildings in Burkina Faso, you will be proud of the government. Work is going on. They are building a new city. I've not been to that city. Somebody was telling me about that city today. So I said, okay, when I get some money, I'll go and see the city and then make videos. Because I have a couple of videos I'm already making. I've not started posting them yet.
Please.
I'm just making my videos, documenting my videos. Because doing all of these things it takes a lot of money moving around. Because here they let you see bike no day. So you have to take a cab, and then it's expensive when you put everything together. So I'm making videos. I'm documenting these things, because by the time I start posting them, it's going to be a blast. All my analysis, I'm carefully making them, because later on what I'm going to do, I'm going to analyze Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Togo, and Benin Republic.
Benin Republic.
Yes.
And that Benin Republic will pay me when I visit Benin Republic. I won't cry. Because I knew growing up as a kid, they always when we talk about Cotonou, people back in just then, they say build all land from Cotonou. If build land from Cotonou, na second hand. Things were very cheap. in Cotonou, things were so. My experience was that I'm going to Cotonou. I carry like some few Ks. I'm like, man, if I go enter Cotonou, man, I go ball and hey, I said enter Cotonou. This was in 2020 or 2021 when I entered Cotonou. I was shocked. I was shocked when from Seme. In fact, as we drive from Badagry, you will see how bad the road is. Nigerian road. Nigerian part of the road is so horrible. Porto. As we reach Seme, from Seme border into Cotonou, you cannot see one pothole. Road smooth. I said, hey, I said, what is this? As we enter Cotonou, I was shocked at how clean, how developed that city is. Light, whatever why Lord, light, everything, just everywhere just makes sense. I won't go change Naira. I don't think I'll change Naira. When I want to change Naira, I say, the time they listen to Naira, when they, I beg, the way they do Shakara, this is the money where they do like on a light, up and down. Today it is up. This time I was talking, Naira was above, I think Naira was above Sepa with, is it 1 Naira or so? Just a bit slightly above with like 1 Naira, so there was no difference. Now it is now like 3 times ahead under APC. So this is a sign to Nigerians to understand that with APC, you think that we have reached the pit. APC is what I call bottomless pit. There is no end to where APC will push Nigeria to. There is no end. If you think we have seen the end, let them consolidate 2027. You will see worse than it is today. And you will have gaslighters that are paid by this government to gaslight your situation and tell that no. Other countries in Africa are suffering. Other countries in Africa, did they kidnap them? Don't they have quality life? Don't they have quality healthcare? Don't they have quality infrastructures? The most important for me, are they not secured in their country? Nigeria, can you drive through your major highway? See, very dark man, we go, they save people with convoy.
Now, those states, this not the last week here, when very dark man, where they kidnap people, when very dark man show this. Now, those states.
Oh, so that's why for Edo State.
Now, those states that want happen. That's my state. And people will just come out, they want to deny the fact that things are going wrong. There are kidnappers on the highway. People want to come and deny it just to patronize the government in power. You know, sometimes I just wonder what's going on. Do you know when I was coming to Burkina Faso, I left Cotonou at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. We traveled through the night. I got to this place 26 hours after we left Cotonou. Do you know the checking points between Cotonou and Burkina Faso border? They were not up to 3 checking points. Between Cotonou and Burkina Faso border, not up to 3 checking points. Peaceful road. On the way, you will find people shading. There are different villages you pass through in Cotonou where people will shade yam, shade gari outside. They are going to sleep. Around 2 a.m., you see them. They've gone to sleep. You don't see some people out there for a corner of road. Sit down, hold their beer, they shy you. Around 2 a.m. without any fear of being attacked. These are African, West African countries. Without fear of being attacked. You can't try that in my village. That you are outside at 12 midnight. You will try it. You will try it in Benin City. That you are outside at 12 midnight. Who want go find you? Fear no go let and go find you. We'll call your number. Where you dey? You know where they call house. But you see, the reality in these African countries, people are safe. People are safe. But Nigeria, where is the safety? In Nigeria, that's why they tell you that God is a safe person.
Yes, now.
Oh God.
God na security for Nigeria. God na NEPA. God na a provider. God is everything in Nigeria.
Do you know hotels in Benin Republic? 95% of the hotels in Benin Republic, they don't even have parking space. They don't have gate. Just by the roadside. By the roadside, this is the hotel. Glass door, no protector. Nothing they lost. In Burkina Faso, when I came to Burkina Faso, the hotel I first stayed, the hotel has 2 banks, one building. There's a bank to the right, there's a bank to the left. The center door is the hotel entrance to the reception. On top of those banks are rooms that people are lodging. In Burkina Faso, no friends. No friends. Hotel does not have generator. There's no backup generator. Because the light is stable. Burkina Faso. The road may be bad, but there's stable light. There's safety.
The economy is not shaking.
There is hope that this man will tar the roads because we see the ones that they are doing already. Traffic lights, I've not seen traffic light that is not working in this country. Even in Tenkodogu, from the border, all the traffic lights are working. Then, right from the border, there are areas where you don't find electric pole. So you know that, okay, electricity is not here. But you know people have lights because they are powered by solar. Those villages powered by solar. This is a country that doesn't have oil. A country that doesn't have what Nigeria has. Nigeria is having excuses, and then you now find citizens of Nigeria even backing the thieves that are running the country. That's worse.
Honestly speaking.
Want to blame the citizens. They want to blame citizens. Some lazy people who want to say, go and ask your governor what he's doing with the money. Are you high? Were they asking the governors when Obasanjo was there? Were they asking the governors when Jonathan was there? Why is it that now it is the turn of Tinubu? They are saying, go ask your governors. Ask your governors what?
Honestly speaking.
Did Sanwo-Olu increase the price of petrol? Did Alex Otti increase the price of petrol? The work Alex Otti is doing in Abia State, does it get to Anambra State? Or does it get to Edo State? People say, go and ask governor. Go and ask governor what? Some people don't even know what we are complaining about in Nigeria. They don't know. Because when they say these things, I just discovered that these guys don't even understand what we are even talking about. They don't understand. So if dollar exchange rate to Naira, dollar is now far higher than Naira, we should go and ask the D7 governor of Edo State, who didn't make a policy that destroyed the Naira? We should go and ask him. Interest rates that they've increased, tariff for electricity, the darkness they supply us, that they have increased. We should go and ask the governor that doesn't have the WAEC. We should go and ask Professor Soludo. Some people don't understand what we are even talking about. Somebody is in Abuja destroying the 36 states. You are telling me to go and ask the 36 governors. What's going on? We should go and ask our senators. So which of the senators said subsidy is gone? Can you just show me the governor of Kaduna when he was saying subsidy is gone? Or show me the governor that floated the Naira? Or show me the House of Assembly member that floated the Naira? So it is so bad that even many Nigerians are not even aware of what we are talking about. And that is why some people see us as people who are just talking too much. These people are not going to arrest now. They could arrest because they don't understand. Somebody just wakes up in the morning. You want to blame Cadillac for increasing the price of BMW. It didn't increase the price. He only responded. We call it elasticity, price elasticity. He only responded to what Tinubu threw at them. And that is why the government cannot wake up in the morning and say, hey, cardinals, reduce your price. I will tell you this, my friend in America, he shipped his Toyota Corolla 2016 model to Nigeria. When he shipped it last month, it was him that told me that he heard online that Tinubu have mandated custom to reduce the clearing fee to 4%. So and I said, okay, when you're going to hit Lagos, think we will know whether the 4% really is audio or it's what they do. Bro, this guy cleared his vehicle last week, 3.6 million. 3.6 million. I even cleared them last week. So he was calling somebody, was asking, Tinubu said it's 4%. They broadcast, they post, all these APC people post this thing. Now, 3.6 he paid, they cleared about you. They give a receipt. So it wasn't a backdoor thing. So when did 3.6 million become 4%?
You see, there's something I've always said, and I give it to APC. I give it to them, is the power of their propaganda and believing their propaganda themselves and selling their propaganda with their chest. And that's why I tell people, I say, by 2027, APC will come out and tell Nigerians, now Nigerians eat 6 times a day. Nigerians are the first people on earth to be eating 6 times a day. And you will see them come out and they will be backing it, and they will be shouting it, and they will be believing it. Even the ones that have not eaten for 3 days will say the same thing. That is APC for you. Government of lies, by lies, and for they do carry the kind lamba with the APC. So whatever they tell you that they have done, they say they have signed this bill. Even the subsidy say they don't pay. They are still paying subsidy. They are still paying subsidy today.
The truth is this, right?
No, sorry, sir. Don't worry. I'm going to come to you. Please be patient. Please. Don't worry. I'll come to you. I see my brother. So it's important to understand that these people, they know how to tell, and it's actually a serious tactic that is at work. If you tell a lie 1 million times, it begins to sound like the truth.
Just say that's all.
All right, thank you. I'm going to come to you, my brother. That is, so when you repeat a lie, you keep saying it, it begins to sound like it's true. That's APC for you. But please, Mr. P, let me bring in Imam of Hope, then I'll come back to you, please. Just stay with me. Imam of Hope, welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, I was going to say something, the other day I was just wondering why these people keep doing this thing. And I understand something, right? My opposition, they won't be doing something that's not relevant. You, for yourself, you might think this thing doesn't make sense. But why are they doing it? That's the first question I asked myself. So I tried to do some findings, and I understood that the more they keep saying this, whether it's realistic or not, some persons will buy to it. And then the more you keep hearing these words telling you that, oh, the government is working, it's working for them. They are, the moment they keep repeating it every time, some persons are just there buying it and feeling like, oh, maybe they are right or something. So they are not doing it for any reason. And sometimes you need to understand that the loudest voice sometimes is, is the voice people want to hear, or is the voice people are hearing from. So sometimes they are not wasting their time. So that's all I wanted to comment for,
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Thank you. For me, it's important Nigerians continue to understand, especially not just Nigerians, because many Nigerians do not even understand. It's important that Nigerians that are aware continue to speak up, because you see APC, especially Tinubu. Do you know the greatest sin ever is claiming what you did not do. Tinubu came out and said, I built Lagos. Tinubu campaign was sold to Nigerians on the lie of he built Lagos. Do you know what it means to? He said,
and they believed him.
Yes, he built Lagos. Do you know what it means? A man that did not build one bridge in Lagos, one. One bridge in Lagos built Lagos, and they believed him. So for him to sell that kind of propaganda and come into office, imagine the kind of propaganda he will use to sustain himself in power when he has all the networks now. Imagine the kind of campaign I'm just envisioning. I'm not going to say it because these people they are very, very dumb. That most times I feel like I'm not talking about the support. I'm talking about the campaign team around them. They just come up and steal ideas. But I'm just envisioning how their 2027 campaign will be. The things they will say that they have done in videos.
See, I belong to one of their groups, right? And the other day, one of their campaign guy was like, he was saying something. He said, by all means, make sure that you put them on the defense. That was what he was telling, some of the guys there. By all means, make sure you put disobedience on the defense. What it means is that, okay, they're always the one attacking, then you guys are complaining. So if they want to keep you guys complaining, till 2027, why the actions are being done by them. You understand? The difference between them and us is that they are very strategic.
Very.
For example, if you see 5 of them here, listen to them. They are saying the same thing, maybe in different, pattern. You see them saying things like student loans. You see them saying, so whenever I saw what Mr. P was saying. Some of those things are things they would always tell you because they've crammed it. They've gone to class. They've taught them. Like they'll come out and tell you the same thing in any group. There was this day I followed one of them to like at least 3 different groups as he was just moving. He was saying the same thing everywhere. So they are very, very strategic. And we are not as strategic as them. We are just being defensive and we are wondering, are we not in the same Nigeria where these guys are? But the truth is this, they are winning the game. Until we decide to, turn things around for them, they are literally winning. Let's be realistic. Because no matter how much you trash out and talk about, people will still vote them. They still have some people down. So we are being distracted actually. So coming out on social media every day and talking without being strategic and knowing, okay, what is the propaganda? What are we going to use to hit these people? What is that part of what's that thing that you will say that will hit them well? Those are the things we are supposed to look out. But if we are trying to be ourselves, criticize the government normally and talk about how things is, we will complain and get tired. This government, they don't have ears, they block their ears. So they don't want to hear. As long as these things you are saying is not taking votes out of them, is not making them lose their ground, then it's nothing. And you know what? Sometimes we talking about those things, we are basically from the south. How many northerners are here? So they know their strongholds. These guys, basically his strongholds is the southwest and then the northeast. Sorry, southwest and northwest, yes. Those are the places he got some of his huge votes. So if you're not tampering those places, if you're not talking about the north and everything, he's just basically looking at you. And then he's trying to capture some of our governors and to just get a little vote from the south. He's not focused on where you have your strongholds. This is politics. I feel like sometimes he's getting his reports out there. They're telling him, okay, look at what these people. He's just allowing you guys to leave your mouth and talk. So as long as you're not doing anything actionable, nothing is happening.
I think we should put this in proper perspective. For example,
okay, go on.
When you talk about northwest, southwest, northeast, if we want to judge by the results INEC gave us, then we have not started talking because INEC manufactures those results. It's not as if northwest gave him vote. It's not as if southwest gave him vote. They manufactured those votes. It's just like you want to judge somebody who failed an exam when the teacher changed the question after they've answered the questions. The teacher went to deliberately change the question paper after students have answered their questions. Then after changing it, he changed it to fit what a dull student wrote so that the dull student passed. And now everybody is aware that these questions were not the questions they asked in the exam, but we are still judging the students by the results. That is exactly what each time we talk about 2023 election, to say let's use it to strategize for 2027. See, we can't use 2023 to strategize for 2027. And then right now as we speak, if anybody doesn't know that El-Rufai, who was one of those people that joined the fraud that happened last time, have been spitting fire and brimstone, telling Asiwaju to come back. He should come back and manipulate in that same knot where they manipulated before. It is so funny that Tinubu is so scared that him and his team, they are now paying people nationwide to help them go online where we make noise. We are making noise online, but that same online where we make noise, they are now using taxpayers' money to pay people to come and join us make noise for them. I know it's not working.
And it's not working. You know, when he said that stuff, I just laughed inside me because I know Tinubu will never put his hand in what he knows will not work. Tinubu has captured the whole mainstream media. He has the print media in his pocket. He has the radio stations in his pocket. He has the TV stations, the broadcast side in his pocket. What he does not have is the social media. Because he knows that even the people that the so-called APC groups you go to and you think they are there, how many of them are in their groups? As we are speaking right now, over 1,000 plus people are listening to us. As we are speaking right now, over 1,000 plus people are listening to us across different platforms. And we just came back today. They don't have this number anywhere. They don't exist. They don't exist anywhere. APC don't have the number. They have what they have are bot supporters. Same set of one person will get like 5 accounts to tweet, and you think it is not what they are playing you is not. It's not reality. It is like when they call stream. What they call when artists go and buy streams. You buy stream. They don't have. They don't have organic support. They have bot supporters. So it is not real. So he's trying to infiltrate a space that you know that he cannot control. So when you see them in their numbers, you think that they are not. It is not a reality. It is make believe. It is still in that tactics of APC propaganda to bamboozle you to feel like they exist in their. They're not there anywhere. They're not there any. Tinubu no get 100,000 supporters on social media. He no day. The ones we get there, they are being paid for the work. And you can't compare someone that's being paid and me when they don't pay me. I use my own time, my energy, and with thousands of Nigerians across. That is how it is. So social media is one place. I understand strategy is important, but you see social media conversations. Nobody should ever water it down or gaslight you to feel like on social media all people do is talk. Now, if talk no dey work, they would have held a digital summit in Aso Rock, and Tinubu himself will come. If you're gonna talk on social media, don't enter them. And on that digital summit, I have information firsthand. They were talking about MySpace, violence space. They are here. If you went to that digital summit, you know what I'm saying is true. You know what I'm saying? Come and debunk it. If you debunk it, I play recording for you people. Can't you people see what these people are doing on their space every Tuesday and Thursday? Saddam and the violence space, they'll come out in their thousands. Can't you people have to be like them? And let them come out and deny it. So they're discussing us in their rooms because they see how dedicated we are to fighting the criminality in the government. So please, nobody should gaslight and tell that talking does not work. Talking works a whole lot. It is how you start conversations. It is how you wake people up to their reality. It is how you synergize. It is how you mobilize. It starts from talking. It's how you educate people, because many Nigerians on social media, they don't even know what is happening. When they come in here and they say Nigerians are in their thousands here listening, contributing, educating themselves. Come on. That is the least we can do, actually. That's the least we can do. Well, Masapi, man, I don't know, my brother. I have to wrap it up right now because, man, we'll come back tomorrow. You know, we just came out today. Hopefully tomorrow we'll come back. Please, guys. Imam of Hope, I see. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Please, tomorrow we'll come back, guys. Thank you so much for joining us across all our platforms. I see every one of you. Thank you for over 100,000 likes. Thank you to all of you that joined. God bless you all. I see you guys from YouTube to X, the Emir Sirdam show, the weekly show. We come out here every night, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. There was actually a poll up here. I asked what time should we be coming out, 9 or 7 p.m. And majority of you guys said 9 p.m. So I think 9 p.m. is it. We'll be back again tomorrow, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Just on this platform to talk about our country is very important, very, very, very important. Now we keep talking about the issues going on in the country. For me, the more we talk about these things, the more we bring awareness to the conversation, the more we can educate ourselves as a people. So if you enjoy what we're doing here, you want to join us, you want to contribute to the conversation, just come on the Emir Sirdam show on TikTok. That's where we converge every night, 9 p.m. Nigerian time, and we talk and speak truth to power. K Prince, say come back. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully by God's grace. Thank you so much. I think you're asking me. Yes, the insecurity in the country is a shame. What's going on in the southeast is criminal and is an indictment to how useless Tinubu has been as a president and the APC has been as a government, and that the most secured region in Nigeria prior to 2015 was the southeast. The most secured region in Nigeria prior to 2015 was the southeast. Then APC came into power, and all of a sudden, the southeast is so insecure today. It's an indictment. It's exactly the reasons why I'm saying APC has to go. APC has been a disaster to the country. That insecurity is now a mainstay topic in the country. From the northeast to the southeast, every single day we keep hearing stories. People are capturing parts of the country under a government while the president is junketing across the world, begging for loans, for money that only him know what he's using the money for. So it's an indictment. So when you speak about insecurity in any part of the country, remember that the commander-in-chief of the armed forces is Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he has failed. For every life that we lose in Nigeria, no matter where the person falls, it is an indictment on the presidency. So always remember that when you guys speak with your propaganda, understand that there is not just a region. No, it is the failures of the APC as a government. And if your government does well and fix insecurity, the agitations in the southeast, the banditry in the southwest, in the south, in the northeast, across the country will be a thing of the past. But unfortunately for us, all we see today is a government that is playing politics to the lives of Nigerians. Unfortunately, it is painful, and that's why we're demanding that APC, in my opinion, do not exceed 2027. Nigerians have to say enough is enough and say bye-bye to this cult of death. I'll leave it there. So thank you guys, all of you that stayed here. I'm just going to call the names of all my top viewers today, as I always do in our usual way, in the spirit of harmony. I'm going to start with oh my goodness, all my top viewers. Jaja, thank you so much. Udo1, thank you. Uche Fabulous, Money, Mama Akiri, Obi for President, Clever, Momiaka Dede, Ojo Domo, JT, Chukwebuka, Ugo, Grace Johnson, Santiago, Oluwatosin, Oluwatobi, Kamakazi, The Good Neighbor, Ibe, Stella, Dr. Mildred, Justice, Ari Black, K Prince. Let me just call some of you guys on YouTube. I see you, K Prince, Flesh, Dennis, Bobby Best, C Teller, News on Rhythm, Blessing. God bless you guys for coming out today. Every one of you that stayed to the very end of this live. I hope you guys enjoyed it the way I enjoyed it myself. Hopefully, we'll be back again tomorrow, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. As always, on this platform, we do this for God and for country. Good night and stay safe. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you. All right, bye, guys. See you guys tomorrow, 9 p.m. Nigerian time.